Welcome to True School Sports. This is Pops. Wanted to talk a little bit about the versus Dillian Whyte versus Tyson Fury fight. Get you guys last minute predictions, your opinions on what you think will possibly happen. We know that Fury. Um, we know that Fury has basically fought Wilder, trilogy with Wilder. We know what he did against a taller, massive, bigger fighter, uh, massive fighter in Wilder. He showed his skills there. He came out there and did what he had to do, and he dominated that. On the other side, we got Dillian Whyte, who's actually how you doing, Stranger Danger? How's everything? Happy Friday. Just want to come on here on the live for a little bit and talk about this fight. What's going on, One SS? BT will be here in a little bit. He's on his way, so I wanted to wait. I want to just come off for a little bit before he gets here, or if he's even going to get on tonight, because we know we'll have the live tomorrow. What's up, buddy? Love. What's going on? Oh my, Stranger Danger! Come on, man. You playing with me on that one, right? Are you serious about that? I know you're playing with me on that. What was your prediction that Dillian Whyte's not going to get a knockout, or what? Wow, that's crazy. Good luck on that one. I don't understand that stuff, so I don't know. That's telling me you're going for Dillian to win the fight. Is that what you're saying? But like I was saying, we already know what Tyson brings to the table, how skilled he is, and going back to the UK since I think back in 2018 when he literally you seen an upset? Papa, I see a upset in your face. I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I can see is that Dillian Whyte, the only possibility he got, in my opinion, is that they call him the body snatcher for a reason. He hits that body hard. He's got that strong left hook. But honestly, to me, I think he's got a puncher's chance, and that's it. If he goes and tries to get in to try to win this fight, I think he's got to go to that body. He's got to break that's why it's called the body snatch. He's got to try to break that body. Because that's the only chance he got, and he's got a puncher's chance, in my opinion. That's what I feel. Oh, okay. You got okay, Stringer. You got it by a knockout. Okay, that's good. You got it by a knockout. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna win. Who you got? Dillian knocking out Fury? You out of your mind, man. That's not happening. One SS. Are you serious with that? You think Dillian only's got Dillian only has a one. He only got one puncher's chance, and he's got that left hook, and he hits to the body hard. You know that also that Tyson Fury is coming into this fight. He's coming into this fight literally I think 11 pounds than less than what he was, and he looks fairly trim. So I think him and Sugar Hill came in here with the game plan that they're gonna go ahead and lose some weight so he can use his speed more against a Whyte and probably tire him out and batter him down to no end. Okay, buddy, love, you got him, you got him winning, you got him winning, you got Fury winning, but you also hope. Hold on a second, I got my animals are trying to get in the room. I'm sorry, I'm back. Yeah, so you got him winning, you got him winning him winning by Fury's gonna win the fight. The only I'll be honest. The only thing I see is I see Dillian Whyte. The only chance he's got is that left hook and going to that body. And if he can get those hard punches in the first couple of rounds, I predict the fourth round knockout. I'll be honest with you. But I got Fury. If Dillian Whyte can go in there and use his left hook and punch him and break him down, I can see that happen. But what I see a lot from Whyte, he doesn't have a lot of foot movement. Very flat-footed, doesn't move a lot, and he just comes forward. And Fury's gonna play with him with his angles and his quickness and his skills a lot more better than his is. When I says they call him the body snatcher, but he has been body snatched. If you know, yeah, he has. I mean, we know that. I mean, you see what happened with Povetkin in the first fight. Whyte was fighting real well, and Povetkin caught him with a good one and knocked the shit out of him. So yeah, he also lost to Anthony Joshua. So we know he's beatable. I just think, to me, he's too big. He doesn't have enough movement, and I don't think that he, to me, tires out too much. I think if it lasts maybe 8 rounds, that'd be a blessing. I don't see it going no more than 4. I think Dillian Whyte's gonna go in there and tear him up. He says Fury coming in late, light suggests to me he will be on his. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Fury coming in there 11 pounds lighter. Plus, he got the top, he got the height, and he also has got the reach. That says a lot about this fight in itself. So I don't think that uh, uh, Dillian Whyte can handle Fury's movement or his angles. And the only, like I said, the only thing he got with me is that he got power. Dillian Whyte got power. That left hook and a one puncher's chance. And I'll just leave it like that. I think Fury's gonna outbox him, tire his ass out, and that's it. So if for me, if Dillian Whyte don't come out in the first couple of rounds and do something real quick, he ain't winning the fight. Oh, you're talking about the press conference? You know what? I've seen that a lot from Tyson Fury though. With all his opponents that he faces, he's always had that attitude, which I don't really like either. I mean, if you're gonna go into a fight, you should be more serious about it. But you know, it's business that Tyson sells. That's why they got 94,000 people up there. They know they're gonna get paid. So, and that's how Tyson is. He doesn't take anybody seriously. Nah, Fury should definitely win. I think Fury would knock him out. Oh, Black Magic Genetics, you got Whyte. Why do you think White's gonna win? Why do you think he's gonna win? I had Dillian. I heard Dillian has been working on his combination. But yeah, they say he had a couple sparring partners in the gym to try to be like Tyson Fury or the box like Tyson. But I don't think you can really train for Tyson Fury. The way he brings his awkwardness, the way he brings everything to the table, I don't think you can. People are stupid because they saying Fury gonna lose without. Oh man, that's some crazy shit right there. What you just bringing out. Fury's not saying much about that because of the fact that you know, this guy is getting you know, the U.S. the USA and federal agents got a lot of shit on him that we don't even know about. So Fury's doing the right thing, just telling you it's none of my business and staying out of it. But that being said, I read that he said he hasn't talked to him since last year. And I forgot where I read it. They say no, he lied. He just seen him this past February. So stay tuned to what's gonna happen there. I think that you know, he's gonna have to. I think him Fury, if anything's involved with him, he's in trouble. Then I think my son just put out a video about Terrence Crawford. I guess Terrence Crawford was just signed by MKT or whatever, MTK Global. So I don't know if that fight with Spence will ever happen. I think the fight's gonna be good because the fans are gonna win. What I mean by that, with fans, I mean the English public. I mean for them to even sell out 94,000, that's not even an Anthony Joshua or Fury fight, you know. And think about it, Fury. I mean Fury wanted to get the fight, get to Anthony Joshua if or fight Usyk or fight Usyk if Whyte and Whyte would take a step aside money, or even Joshua, and they didn't happen, so that's why he didn't get it. But I mean, everybody wins here, especially the fans in England. And Tyson Fury hasn't fought this, I think, since 2018 or something like that. So he's coming back home. Oh, God bless you, man. Blessings to you in the West Indies, man. God bless you, man. Hit that like button and thank you for being here. Okay, so you you do your thing, man. You got your reasons why, man. What's going on? What's going on, Jesus? How you been, man? When it says don't listen to those people going for Whyte. These people aren't with Whyte. They just hate Tyson. It's like people were with Ugas in the chat, and then when he lost, they say he was trash. Well, I mean, I don't know how true it is because I don't live in the UK, but people don't really like Tyson as much as they like Anthony Joshua or who else? What's her name? So I mean, so for me to hear that, it's kind of mind-boggling because I love the attitude that Tyson Fury has and what he brings to boxing. So for me to hear that, there's not a lot of fans. I don't think so. I think he's got fans, but maybe I don't know how much. But my fight that I really want to see him fight I would love to see him fight Joshua. MT Globe no longer exists. They cut operations, so I think the Crawford was. Yeah, they did cut operations. Yeah. So, but you don't know because you know how that goes. If your name's like right now, MTK Global got like over 300 fighters, including Fury. And if they don't decide what they want to do with him, where they're gonna go now. That man just says it will be sad to see anyone lose this fight. One guy retires and White might retire as well. I don't think. Listen, man. Tyson Fury ain't fucking retiring. Tyson Fury is a talker. He'll say anything is his mind just to get the public's eye and think that. I don't think so. I don't think Tyson Fury is going to retire until he fights either Anthony Joshua or Usyk. I don't see that happening. I just think he's just talking. As who says, Pops, is Crawford versus Spence better in some of us winter? I think that they get more views in summer. Hey man, wherever the fight can sell best, whatever place you're gonna have the fight at, and it can attract, that's what the fight's gonna be at. I think, be honest, I would have over there at Spence, in Texas. Spence sells a lot over there. And I know they say Crawford don't sell. Crawford will only sell, I think, in my opinion, only in Nebraska. So if you literally have them there in Texas, I mean, that takes Las Vegas. In Las Vegas, that fight will sell for sure, especially in the Dallas Stadium. What's in this week? Well, over here we give love to everybody, which way, but you got your own opinion. Respect to you. Week or not, I have to respect them. They're here. They're in the channel, so I'm gonna give them a good love for them. What's which way say? People love the big GK in the UK. People love Tyson. They do. Oh, thank you, man. I don't really know because I always hear that whispers, and I'm like, are you serious? The people don't like Tyson. I don't know if he's as popular as Joshua, but I know they gotta love him up there. You can't tell me they hate him. When it says, I'm talking about this chat there. They went from August to because they hate Spence. Now they don't ever even care about August. No, I'm sure the fighters. I mean, August put up a good fight against what's his name against Spence, but Spence, that volume punch and everything. Spence actually came in there perfectly. The way he's supposed to come in there. He went in there, did his thing, and took care of business. Black Magic says, Fury's going to ask an outrageous amount for the undisputed fight. Well, this fight, he's getting like, I think 29 plus. No, well, he's getting 29 plus million plus something else. He can make up to 33 million on a bonus or something. So I guess if he knocks out probably White, I was just reading about that. He gets like another 4,000. That's kind of crazy. Tyson Fury will stop Dillian Whyte in 9 rounds, and Joshua or Usyk don't stand a chance. And you know this, man. Yeah. I'm with you on this. I think Tyson Fury is style and everything. The way he brings it to the table and everything. I think he's still the best heavyweight. And BT thinks feels the same way. He's the best heavyweight that there is. And until he proves differently, you got to pick him. Yeah, that's not no Casemiro. Casemiro. He got pulled out for something else. I don't know if it was got hurt or something. It was something else he got pulled out for. Thank you, Johnny Burr, for letting me know that Tyson Fury, because I just been here for a lot of times to tell, when I talk to some people, oh no, Tyson Fury, this and that. I know you can't tell me that you live in the UK and you can't love Tyson Fury. You're out of your damn mind. But me being American, I don't know. So thank you for putting me on game. So he says the UK supports all our fight. Okay. That's good to know. Which way says we need to normalize fighters going out on the top. Meaning what? To go on the top when they would decide to retire and go on their way? Johnny Barr said Tyson Fury will put a boxing masterclass on Dillian Whyte. Yeah, I mean, I see what I see from Dillian Whyte. He's got heart. And that's what he got. He got heart and balls to go in there and stand against very skilled fighter and Tyson. I don't think that Whyte has enough to beat Tyson. Like I said, he goes to the body. and he's got that left hook. That's all I see from him. He's got a decent jab, but I don't think it's enough to be over skilled Tyson Fury in the way he moves around that ring. And that's how I call it. I don't think that he can beat him at all. I think the only chance he's got is a punches a chance, and he's got to get in close to Fury. And Fury's coming 11 pounds lighter. That means his movement's going to be crazy. He can move around that ring a lot better, and he can definitely throw more punches. So I don't see it going no more than 4 rounds. I might be crazy, but that's what I feel. BT, I think, said up to the 7th round, so we'll see what happens from there. But that being said, like I said, Tyson Fury is his first time back in the UK. He hasn't been back for a minute. So thank you, brother. He hasn't been back in a minute in the UK. So for them to go up for 94,000, that is great. You know, you gotta love that to see that from the UK. And I think any fight that's made between British champions like Joshua, Fury, Dillian Whyte, or whatever, or whoever's a big over there, should be made in the UK, because you know why? The UK people deserve that. They earned that. They've been waiting for years to see some of these fights. So why not? I think Tyson Fury is going to be using angles, going to use a lot of movement, and he's going to tire out Dillian Whyte's big ass out. I'm telling you that straight out. He's going to tire his ass out. And what I always see from Dillian Whyte is that he literally comes in there the first couple of rounds and he boxes. And he's trying to go get in there, but I just think he tire out too much. Yes, retire undefeated. Everybody wants Tyson. Everybody wants Tyson to fight after this. But what if Joshua or Usyk would have gets injured? Then he has to fight another manager. Let him retire. Yeah, I mean that'd be great. He's got all the options in the world, but I just don't. I don't get that same feeling. Even though that's what everybody's saying, I don't get the same feeling that he's going to retire like that. I don't see him doing that, and I don't expect him to do that. I think for him to retire, he's going to go down as literally saying like, hey, you know what? I gotta get my one fight with Joshua, right? And I definitely gotta get my one shot with Usyk. If you think he's just gonna retire, knowing that he's still got a couple of challenges out there and beat him, boom. But I do agree with what you say. But the boxing, the way it is, and the politics, they might have him, like you say, fight mandatories, and he can go ahead. Yeah, I mean, for what you're saying, he could have retired a long time ago. Fury don't need boxing. He got, you know how much money that man got? But I mean, you're gonna get 29 million here in the bag, so you already know he gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid here. He's gonna get almost, he can make up to 33 million. You know. One says, I love this event. Fuck Eddie Hearn. The Zone don't know how to promote. I ain't giving Eddie Hearn any credit. Eddie Hearn, to me, what I didn't like about Eddie Hearn, now that you're bringing it up, that I really don't like about him is that he literally, had Dillian Whyte, his fighter, go in there, not show up for the first press conference, which I thought was very unprofessional on Eddie Hearn's part. I mean, you could say whatever you want about Fish Eyes, what's his name, Warren, the other promoter, Frank Warren, but one thing you can't say about him, you know, Tyson Fury showed up and made all the press conferences, and for Dillian just to show up for the last press conference before the fight, because he knows if he does that, then he can always come refute any kind of argument and say, I made it. And for Eddie Hearn to support that, it just shows you what they call it, an arse over there in England. So, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, that was wrong in my part. Yeah, he honored the last part, but the media also lost out on a lot of coverage that he should have been able to. And plus, this is what I'm saying about Dillian Whyte, right? The guy's getting his biggest payday. No, he's not getting the same thing Eddie Hearn is getting, but he's getting the biggest payday of his lifetime. He's getting $7 million, almost $8 million that he was crying about. Now he finally gets this fight, and then he's like he's never happy. I mean, I was just watching the video that BT was showing me earlier that I guess he ran into Solman from WBC, Solman, and he walked up. I like that. This part I did like from Dillian Whyte. He walked up to Solman and he told him, "Yo, what the fuck is all this, man? Why did I have? You know how much money I lost in sanction fees and shit because I didn't get the fight that I was supposed to get 3 years ago or whatever the case was." And all Solman could come up with for the pandemic, and then Whyte came back and said, "The pandemic? Get the fuck out of here! I fought 2 times in the pandemic. What the fuck are you talking about? Try something else." You know what I mean? Like, he was really adamant and angry at someone. Someone just shook his head and just said, "Congratulations and wish you the best." Basically, he said, "I fucked you. I fucked you in so many ways, and now just go get your money. That's kind of fucked up on the WBC on his part. I mean, he should at least be man up and say, yeah, I was wrong. If the guy's questioning you on why he had to go through all this red tape when he was a mandatory for the longest time. Who do you got? Oh, Spence and Crawford. I got Crawford. I think Crawford, to me, got more tools in the box than Spence. Spence is, to me, is a pressure fighter that comes forward and that literally he throws volume punches. I mean, he's got room generalship. I just think Crawford has too much of the tools in the box. He can fight orthodox. He can fight southpaw. He can fight you on the inside, fight you on the outside. And one of the things I love about Crawford is he's a great finisher. I got Crawford. I've been riding with Crawford all the time. Only one time I went against him and I regretted it. But I'm riding with Crawford. But I have to give respect to Spence. Spence looks sharp against Ugas. Spence is, they say Spence is good against counter punches. So people are gonna argue and say that Crawford is a counter puncher also, that Spence would dominate Crawford. I don't think so. It'll be a great fight though. We've been waiting for this fight for the longest time. So this fight's got to happen. I just think Crawford can counter punch, go on the inside. Like I said, switch southpaw, switch orthodox, turn it on when he gets pushed to the trenches. And I'm not saying Spence can't do that, but he did look sharp. I got to give him props. He looked sharp fighting with Ugas. He actually, I have no questions about his injuries. He came in there, threw the volume punches. I think that Crawford's also good at making adjustments, and I think that's going to be big when he fights Crawford. He'll make adjustments on the fly. So it's going to be a great fight for both fighters. I like Spence. Don't get me twisted. I like him, very humble. I like his beginnings. I like what he said about what's the retired fighter that had to go around and get a ticket to go see this fight, and he came out and said, "No, next time just come and find me." I forgot the name of the fighter that Bennett was telling me. So I like a lot of things about Spence. I just don't think he's going to beat Crawford. I just don't think this fight should have been made a long time ago too. Robert Sanchez, how you doing, man? That Charlo press conference got me hyped. Man, Charlo came up. Charlo was talking some shit. Charlo said, "Pay me the money. Let's make this fight happen. Let's see what's gonna happen. Bring it on. I won't fight Spence because, of course, Spence is in the same stable there, more or less. But he's like, I'll fight Crawford. But let me tell you, I'll tell you right now. That's why I like Charlo. Charlo brings energy to boxing. They might talk a lot of shit, but sometimes you need that. You need some boxers to talk shit. Charlo's talking it. Charlo's like, what I like about Charlo, when he said, how in the fuck you guys are talking about Crawford 154 when he never even fought at 154? You know what I'm saying? I'm the king right here. Why you giving him all the props? But you know what? If that fight ever happens, it'll be a great fight, but I'm still riding with Crawford. I like Charlo, but I'm going to ride with Crawford. Thank you, man. I actually went to the doctor's today. Believe it or not, I came in late. I went to the veterans, the VA hospital. They gave me a whole physical and everything. They say I looked okay, this and that. So thank you for saying that. Send blessings to you too and everybody here. Yeah, I want to say we know he's a little older. But that don't mean because he's a little older that he still don't have the skills to beat Spence. He's still got that. It's like when you get on a bike, man. You learn a bike at a young age, and you fall 100 times, and you finally picked it up, and you finally get on it. No matter what age after that, you know what I'm saying? You never go forget it. The same thing with Crawford's skills. Crawford's gonna come and bring it to him when it says, "Oh shit, you think Charles gonna KO?" He's got power. I'll say that, man. He knocked the fuck out of what's his name? Oh boy, knocked him out of here. You guys know who I'm talking about. Coño puñeta. He knocked the shit out of Charlo, knocked the crap out of Coño. My mind's gone right now. But so he's got power, and he's willing to prove that he's the best at 154. What I'm saying is Crawford, don't sleep on Crawford. Crawford even said it, man. You see what Crawford said when Spence came out and said, you all know what fight I want. I want the fight with Crawford, blah, 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 blah. And then he came out and said, and then Crawford came right off the bat and said, yeah, I'm coming for all your belts, and tell Charlo, I'll take it. I'll take whatever he got too. So don't get it twisted. There's a reason why people are not fighting Charlo. Not fight Crawford. Crawford gonna take everything. I think this is the best time for Spence and Crawford, pops, because now Spence is coming off his most dominant win for a while, and Crawford is now a full 100% pound. He's filled out at the weight. Yeah, man. Listen, man. It'll be a great fight. This fight right here is great because fans been wanting it for the last couple of years, and that's why the interest is still there. I just think it's been marinated too long. Let's just get it done now, and everything is timing. And you gotta give credit to Spence's trainer, Derek James, when he came out and said Spence never said he was gonna fight Crawford. He said, "Yo, take care of everything on the other side of the street. Get all my straps. Then I'm coming for you." Which I guess you could say he did that. So respect to Spence and Derek James. So that this fight right now, everything happens at a certain time in the right time, and right now it's the right time for it to happen. Robert Sanchez says, Tony. I'm leaning for Castano because in that press conference, Castano wasn't pushed around. He told Charlo to stop making excuses. Castano said Charlo all that he's been saying is all insecurities. Let me tell you something. I had Castano winning the first fight when they both fought, and I'll be honest with you again. I was gonna pick Castano the second time around, but I don't care what that press talking and getting it done in the ring, two different things. I'm not gonna say and discredit Castano because I picked him the first fight that I thought he won, and he lost, and they gave it to Charlo. But I think the way Charlo's talking now, that he's coming for him. He's frustrated. We don't know what's gonna happen, but I think Charlo's gonna bring it this time. I really don't know the whole deal. That wife thing and all that. When you have females involved, they don't need to even go over there. Let the two men talk, and that's it. If you're bringing up your wives and all that, that just shows that shows me that you have no argument. And you can't stand up on your 2 feet. You have to go bring somebody else and disrespect somebody as a family member. So that being said, I'm gonna tell you right now, Charlo, do not sleep on Castano. But I think Charlo's gonna bring it for that fight. And like I was saying, with this fight right here, with Dillian tomorrow, you already know that I'm rocking with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has not been in England for quite a while. Last time we seen Tyson fight was when he beat the shit out of Wilder. That's done, but now he's got Dillian Whyte in front of him. Dillian Whyte, for me, like I said, for me to win, he's got to hit that body hard, and hopefully get that left hook over a tall, mobile Fury, which is very difficult to train for or to even try to get. I don't know on SS. If you look at his last fights, if you look at the first fight, he was bringing it to Charlo. He had Charlo on the ropes. He's bringing it to Charlo. There was, in my eyes, and I have 4 eyes. You already know that. I thought Charlo actually lost that first fight, but we can't go back in the past. We're gonna find out when they get in the ring and they get shit done there. That's what matters. When they get in the ring and they get their shit done there, that's all I care about. I think Tyson's gonna come here, dominate the shit out of Whyte. Whyte, if he has a chance, I'm gonna say it's gonna be the first couple of rounds, both around when he has all that energy. Tyson's gonna hold him, mug him, put that weight on him. So it's not gonna be easy either. But I think Tyson Fury is a lot skillful, and I think there's nobody better. And for that bullshit he's saying that he's gonna retire, I'll go. I'm not a gambler, but I'll put money on that phrase. Fucking Tyson Fury, he's not retiring until he fights Usyk and he fights Joshua. I promise you that. Hey, what's up, Eddie Morales? How you doing? Eddie Morales says Bivol is beating Canelo. You know what? Like I said, I made a video on that, and I came live with you guys. I was telling you what I thought about that Canelo couldn't handle movement, that he couldn't handle any kind of mobility or good jab or good rangy fighter like Bivol. I'll just put you this: even if Bivol beats Canelo, even if he does beat him, we already know what the dark business of boxing is, and you already know. It's gonna be a tough. He's gonna have to be for him to win in Texas. When they're fighting, he's gonna have to beat him convincingly, which he can do that. We see what Bivol got. He's got a strong jab. He got movement, lateral. He's not gonna stand in the corner when Canelo comes from the high guard and try to get in the corner and beat shit on the ropes. He's gonna move away from that. He's got a lot more quickness, and we know what happened with Canelo when he didn't have movement. He cannot beat a fighter a skill as Bivol. But if Bivol wins, he ain't gonna win on points. I'll tell you like that. Like good luck to Canelo too. Bivol doesn't have knockout power, so even if he somehow, I think he does. He got 19. He got 19 knockouts for a reason. I mean, you can't discredit that. It just seems. It sometimes a lot of time when we see boxers, it seems so deceivable. Deceivable. We don't know what boxers don't know how really good they are, how strong they are until they get inside the ring. So I'm not gonna say he's like one of the top elites in light heavyweight with power. But if he got 19 knockouts, there's a reason for that. Because early fights that he had, he was fighting and he was getting his shots in and everything. So I'm not gonna say he doesn't have. He has more than enough power. What's going on there, Jefe? How you doing, man? Pop, let's be honest. Charlo wouldn't be undisputed if everything wasn't in house. I know you said Charlo will fight anyone. He would, but El Heyman wouldn't let him. Agree or disagree? You talking about Jamal Charlo? You talking about Jamal Charlo? Jamal Charlo won't fight a fucking fly that comes next in front of his face. Now, you talking about Jamal? Jamal's a beast. I respect him for that. So yeah, you can probably keep it in house. And you're right when you're saying what Al Heyman saying that. But you gotta love the energy that Jamal Charlo brings about boxing. You gotta love that energy. You can't tell me you don't like that talk, the way he talks and does all this shit. Jamal, you can fuck him. Jamal won't fight, can't even beat a fly in front of him. Never mind a mosquito. Eddie Barraza. Canelo wasn't doing shit with Plant for 10 rounds, and the judges still had Canelo winning. I mean, yeah, I can say that. I mean, he got him on the ropes. I mean, Canelo got him on the ropes, but in the late rounds, and he did beat the shit out of Caleb Plant. And then, I mean, what I like about Caleb Plant, there was a video that was on Instagram where he's sitting having a conversation with fucking Canelo during the fight. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, I lost a little respect for him when I seen that. I was like, what the hell is he doing? I mean, he's sitting there, having a conversation with Canelo while the fight's going on. So I lost the respect for him, but you know Canelo was going to win that anyways. He realizes Bivol has to KO Canelo to get in fair shape. Yep. He's got to go in there and beat him to a pulp, because if he don't beat him to a pulp, that's what I say. He's not going to get a decision in Texas or Las Vegas. He ain't not going to get a decision. I'm telling you that right now. That ain't happening at all. I have to say, I'm going Spence to expose Crawford. All those Crawford lovers can suck lemon. Crawford is an old man. I'm talking my shit. I'm going for Texas. Brevio, who beat champions after champion. You go for El Jefe. Respect to you, man. I respect your opinion. I ain't here to try to hate. All I'm gonna tell you is when Crawford knocks the fuck out of that big fish, I don't want to hear your shit either. We can talk the shit all day. Crawford's a little older. We understand that. Crawford's a little older. But the tools that Crawford brings in the ring, come on, man. Which ways like Caleb Plant was in all pops. Who you got out of Plant and Big Charlo? You know what? Big Charlo has I think Big Charlo can actually beat Plant, but until I see him even step up and grab his balls and sign that contract with Heyman, I'm taking Plant. Yeah, I mean, you can, that's what I'm saying. I'll be the first one to say I was wrong when I picked Plant. I kept saying, Plant couldn't handle movement against Canelo, blah 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 blah, and Canelo did everything right to his later rounds. And what did he do? Fucking got him and beat the shit out of him towards the end. And that's why how Plant lost the fight. But Plant just pissed me off because if I'm gonna fight with you, Eddie, if I'm gonna fight with you, how am I gonna have a conversation with you? Like how during a fight, I'm still having a conversation with you. I lost respect for Plant for that, for real. I think that. But Bivol does have more power, more movement. It gives him more advantage to have a chance in beating Canelo. But Bivol's got to go do it in devastating fashion. He can't just go in there and just sit back and think that it's going to be a free ride and he's going to get a decision in Las Vegas. That's not happening with Canelo. That is not happening with Canelo. Canelo has been winning. He's going to continue to win. until somebody goes out there and gives it the best and actually tests him. But you can't tell me Plant did that. Plant sat there and had a conversation with him. Like, I'm gonna have a fight with you, Eddie, but I'm gonna have lunch with you. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I can't respect that one bit at all. And the same thing with, like, what somebody was saying about Fury. Fury in the press conference, sitting there fucking. What kind of man sits there and grabs somebody else's chest and touch him and all that shit? But that's fucking crazy. But Fury's crazy like that. That's why Sugar Hill still can deal with him, because he's crazy like that. He's used to seeing him like that, and you got to let him be who he is, because in the ring he's a different person. I'm going for Charlo to knock out Crawford out. I'm sick of Crawford fans. You can't move many divisions. It's like saying Loma so good he can move to 154 because Crawford started at 130. Listen, Crawford started at 130. You're right. Crawford started at 135. He can go, but he's not. What I'm saying is he's not afraid to go on to 154. And to be truthful, Crawford hasn't been fighting like again any opportunity at 147 or any other fight. So why not go to 154 clean house? He could do it. I believe he could do it. I mean, he's pretty big himself. I think he can do it. It'd be great to see him against a Charlo. That's good for boxing. I'm more intrigued for that fight than actually watching Crawford and Spence, because I'm tired of that marinating that fight. But yeah, so I mean, you gotta give it to Crawford. Crawford's undisputed. Just think if he goes to one. Just think about this hypothetically. If he goes to 154 and beats, and I like Jermell Charlo, don't get it twisted, and beats the shit out of Jermell Charlo, what are people gonna say about Crawford then? And then if he takes 154, becomes undisputed there. 135, 140, 147, and 154. And he beat a big dog right off the bat. He didn't go with no, he didn't go with these little guys. He wanted the big dogs. So I love what I like Charlo's energy. I love what he's saying. I love what he's saying. This is my house. And you're not gonna take my shit away from me. But you gotta chill with that. You know what I mean? You gotta chill. Charlo gotta hold it down. And if he really wants to fight him, make the fight happen. Says, I think, yeah, Manny Pacquiao. He won 8 divisions. Yeah, he was only 8 division champ. You're right about that, Manny Pacquiao. But I'm saying, like, Crawford right now. But I don't know how this thing going with him and Arum and whatever's going with that lawsuit, whatever. And now with the MKT, whatever, MKT or MKT or MTK Global, whatever the case may be. But Crawford, listen, Crawford is not afraid of nobody. I'm not saying that Spence couldn't fight. I think he should have fought him earlier, but there's a reason why nobody's fighting Spence. I'll just leave it like that. There's a reason why nobody wants a part of. Not Spence, of Crawford. There's a reason why nobody wants a part of Crawford. Straight as that. So we'll find out. Like Derrick James said, we'll find out when they fight each other. What do you say, Crawford won't be a fat lady. He's too small. You're gonna learn size. Yeah, you're right. Size matter. You're right about that. Size doesn't matter, but so doesn't skills. Skills. What does Charlo bring? What does Charlo bring that Crawford don't bring? Charlo. I've never seen Charlo in all his fights finish all his opponents like Crawford has done. Like Crawford has done. So yeah, size might matter, but skills matters too. And I'm best believe the skills that Nebraska's Crawford got, he gonna bring it. I'm telling you that right now. And if Charlo was brave enough, Jermell Charlo, if he's brave enough to bring it to Crawford, you best believe Crawford's gonna finish him off. I promise you that. Go look at all his fights. You never have an argument about Crawford's fights about 47. None. He beat everybody without all this and this and that. Charlo hasn't done that. He's good, but Jermell Charlo hasn't done that. He can keep talking all that shit, just like Crawford said. Okay, I'm gonna take Spence belts, and then I'm coming for you, or vice versa. And he's a top dog at 154. He needs to stop flapping his mouth and get El Heyman to talk to this free agent Crawford and make the fight. Make the fucking fight. That's all. That's what I want to see. But I'm telling you straight up, that ain't happening. And Hefe, I hope this is not Haro. Sounds like Haro. Eddie Morales. These old welterweights got to move up. Stellis is coming for his belts. Yeah, Stellis, I think he's got a fight. Doesn't he have a fight coming up pretty soon? Stellis got a fight with somebody pretty soon. I think. Yeah, Brendan was telling me, or he just had one. You know, the welterweight division is gonna get better too. Stellis is there. Like I said, all these guys got to get moved out. But guess what? All these new guys, new bucks that think they can try these young bucks. Go, these old OGs out here. Go take them out. Go do it. But it's all about the promoters getting the fights done. Which way says, forget that Charlo fight, Crawford. Forget the Charlo fight, Crawford, and Spence will fight at 147 draw, unless you both move up to 151, and then both retire. There isn't a lot of money fights for them guys before the young bulls. Yeah, you're right about that. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna have to move up. But right now, 147. The two youngest guys that we got right now is what? Somebody just said. We got what? Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, and who else is 147? That's gonna be coming up. But those guys are gonna be coming for this stuff too. They're gonna start, and those are pretty big guys. So I mean, you're right what you're saying, but I mean at the same time, you gotta go take them belts from them. They're not gonna give them away. Go to 4th division, Mayweather 5, Crawford can go up 3 division easy. I'm telling you, Crawford's a beast, man. Crawford can go up there and beat the. I'm telling you, Jamel talking. That's what I like about the Charlos. They talk a lot of shit. They bring excitement to it, and you gotta have talkers that to make the sport more exciting. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you guys think that Crawford's gonna back down from a Charlo, Jamel Charlo, you out of your damn mind. That ain't happening. Which way said, man, Ennis or Ortiz will destroy Stylish. Yeah, I mean, Ennis. I think for me, the future fight for me, not discredit stay honest. And maybe when Brendan comes here, you guys can ask Brandon. But for me, Boots Ennis and Ortiz is the fight's gonna be made. But then the question is, can Ortiz still make 147, or does he have to move up to 154? You know, because I mean, he had a hard time with his last fight. Ortiz, Eddie Morales. Ortiz ain't gonna be fighting in 147 anymore. So Sionis will be the king. Okay, you're probably right. I'm not saying you're not, because I think my son thinks really highly of Sionis, but you still can't sleep on Boots Anderson if Ortiz moves up, because Boots Anderson is a talented fighter. We just don't know if he has a strong chin or if he can go past 8 rounds. Kids back says, Canelo 4th division, talking about 5 cruiserweight, even Brook went up to middleweight to fight Gigi. Yeah, so I mean, it's there. The opportunities are there. If the boxers can make the weight and fight and challenge brother undisputed, why not? That's why that. Oh, Hefe Harris is a subscriber that's good friends with my son here, and sometimes he plays a lot of jokes on us, and he'll go ahead and put on different memes to other people. And then sometimes when he comments crazy. So that's why I said that. If I offended you, I apologize. I didn't mean it that way. Oh, hi, what's up, Marlon? Yeah, that'd be a great. That's another way to go on it. And it's just honest can get it. That'd be a great fight too. But is it gonna happen? I don't know about you think that Spence is gonna stay that long? I mean, because Spence, if Spence beats Crawford, he wants the best, none but the best. So if Spence beats Crawford, Crawford beats Spence, who's there else to fight? They're both. I don't think they're gonna stay down there for 2 more years or to get 2 more fights. I don't think that's gonna happen. And Spence, but one thing I do like about Spence, he says I ain't want no tune-up fight. I don't want no B-level fighter. I want the best. So I gotta give it to him. Cool guy says White could potentially whoop Fury's ass, but I think, man, his head movement is insane. Yeah, Fury's head movement is insane, but I think the only way that I see White winning is if he goes to that. That's why they call him the body snatch. He goes to that body, but he needs to go hard in the first round. Try to let Fury feel his willpower, and then throw that left hook whenever he can. And he better do it quick, because I don't think he's gonna last past 8 rounds. He'll tire his ass out. Virgil Ortiz is risking his life, making 147. The weight bully needs to move. Yeah, I think he needs to move up. I think he was bigger. He's been big. I think this was a call on his behalf on his health. And he has to move up to I think the 154. You know what? Fuck. I'm sorry. I have to say this. Fuck Connor Benn. Connor Benn's not done shit to me. Him and fucking Eddie Hearns. They won't put it against David Abedisian, who's a good fighter. They won't put him against the top 147 fighter. He fights old motherfuckers at either 140 or past guys at 147. I don't want to hear shit about motherfucking Connor Benn. All he's doing is talking. You know what I'm saying? And thank God that Brook overpriced himself to fight him, because Brook would have, Cal Brook would have beat the fuck out of Connor Benn. Right, straight up. To me, Ben's got to get in there. A 147 pounder. I don't care who it is. Fight him and beat him thoroughly. Until then, shut your fucking mouth, because you haven't done nothing. Eddie Morales says Ortiz is bigger than Brian Castano. Ortiz needs to move up before he passes out, trying to make weight. Yeah, I mean that's he needs to do that for his own health. For his own health, he needs to do that. I mean, they got his health scare, and you know, boxers, you gotta respect them. That dehydrating bullshit ain't no joke, man. So either you're gonna start early on your training and keep your weight down, or you're gonna do it the last minute and it's gonna hurt you. I think that he said he's as big as what 150, 150, maybe 150 is big. They said Ortiz is big, it's a big boy. If Crawford wants to move up, then he needs to sign his ass with PBC and stop saying you want to do this. He needs to take the first step. Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with we don't know. I don't even know what the extent was with the TK Global, whatever it's called, boxing thing. I know they don't exist anymore. So if they can cut him off of that, or I don't know what's going on. But if that doesn't happen, you're right. He needs to sign. I think if he signs with Al Haymon, he's gonna get that fight with Spence, definitely. And it's a win-win for both of them, to be honest with you. But then who else would he have at the PBC still besides Spence to fight? You know what I mean? I would prefer him to stay a free agent and fight Spence, fight whoever else that want fight Jamel, because you know what's gonna happen if he goes to the Al Haymon stable. The fight with Spence and him happened, and then when he wants to move up to 154 and fight Jamel, fucking Al Heyman's gonna milk that. Rastafari, Rastaman. What's going on, civilian party? Yeah, he's gonna. I mean, like I said, after his last game, what happened to him, he's gonna have to move up. There's no question about it. Whether he does it or not, it's up to him. But if you got a health scare like that, it's better for you to move on. Winner of Spence Crawford will be, honestly, I'm starting to understand what the P4P is to me. It's just people with their own opinions based on the credibility of the fighter to make him on the list. That list really doesn't mean shit. Jamel Charlo came out and said that. He said that he said that P4P shit don't mean nothing. I think he said it on the I was watching the Brian Custer the Last Stand podcast. Check him out when he had that interview. He said the P4P don't mean shit. It's just basically people have their own narratives on the fighters, and this is what they think about them, but it's not really a true ranking system. So, I mean, to me, that P4 thing, to me, it doesn't, I mean, to you, I respect your opinion. If you feel that's what you should get, the winner of P4P, but to me, I just think it's a certain narrative to that. There's no really a ranking to that. There's no kind of way of ranking the fighters. So it's just a narrative that people bring out there. So for me, I'm not with that P4P thing. I was in the beginning, but now I'm understanding it more. Connor Benn just really needs to step up and go. Yeah, but you know what's happening? Eddie Hearns does not want to give. Eddie Hearns does not want to give Connor Benn the big fights. So I mean, but you can't. I mean, he said, "Oh, whatever fights they put in front of me, they're working on me." No, you can't say you all this and you all that when you're not fighting top caliber opponents on your level to see how really good you are. You guys also hear Broner is going to come back sometime with PBC or something like that. He's supposed to be coming back. Yeah, Eddie Morales, you're right about that. Fighters past their prime and they call him the destroyer. Get out of here. If you can't fight up to your level, and I get it. Hearns is one of the best promoters and a good salesman to make you be something that you're not. But please get away with that rhetoric right here. Well, Marlon, Carl Brook already overpriced himself for a reason. He ain't gonna waste his time with Connor Benn. But as far as David Avedissian, that'd be a beautiful fight for Connor Benn to actually come out in the division and prove how really good he is. But Eddie Hearn's not going to make that fight because he doesn't want that Ben name. Is going to make him money down the road. I don't think it's really Ben. I think it's more Eddie Hearn's protecting him. He knows he's going to make a lot of money with that Ben, having Ben, that last name behind him, and he doesn't want Ben to get humiliated or destroyed right away. But at the same time, Ben needs to come out and say something. Don't be calling yourself out like you did this great fighter, or I beat this fighter when you didn't beat nobody that's at your level. Eddie, well, you crazy. Mean Machine is good, but he's old, isn't he? Pops, there's so many. They have welterweights, super welterweights. Eddie Hearn said he has nobody for Crawford to fight. PBC owns the entire 47, 154. Okay, so is that the case where they got to go? So let them go that route. Let Crawford go that route. I mean, whatever he's his own man. Right now, he's a free agent. I think a free agent, you open up more opportunities for yourself. Al Haymon would take care of you, like you said, all his fighters say. But the question is, when will you get those fights? I don't know. That's a good question. You got to ask that question to Eddie Hearns. See what he says. He's the one that's controlling everything in the fighter, and he's not going to take a risk with Ben right now because he needs that name behind him, especially in England. And David, he knows David Evolution is no joke. Marlon says after Spence Crawford, he wants the winner of Charlo Castano. He could potentially be a 3-time undisputed if he gets it. Yeah. You're right about that, Marlon. I mean, but that's I mean, there's a lot of opportunities out there. You just got to open the opportunities up for yourself. You did say that though. But no, Ben don't want it. He knows he ain't beating Silence. Yeah, he don't want nothing. He don't want to fight the top of the top, and neither does Eddie Hearn. But don't sit there and prop yourself up that you beat somebody good, that you did this when you do jack. And let me say, Pops, you keep forget once Crawford went to 147, there was nobody for him to fight. He fought 215 Jose Benavidez, Amir Khan. It wasn't his fault. I think he should fight a 3-time deal. You say that he should sign for a 3-time deal with what 47? I mean, I'll be honest with you. He beat the guy from Australia. He beat Joe Hearn, who beat Pacquiao, beat him to a damn pole. You can't say he wasn't nobody. He beat Jeff Horn beat Pacquiao. You can't say he was nobody. So, I mean, Crawford would take on anybody. Eddie Hearn reached out to Broner. Marlon says Eddie Hearn reached out to Broner for the Connor Benn fight. Broner didn't say the amount, but said it wasn't a low. You know what, Broner? I mean, some of these fighters just want all these big money. Part of the problem is with the promotional companies. But come on, Broner hasn't fought in a couple of years. Take that paycheck and move on, man. You're gonna make it later. People love to. They know you selling stuff, but don't they try to say Eddie. And if Eddie Hearn's low ball you, go to Showtime, go to PBC. They love you there too. So like they what 35? I think it's to 35 or something like that. Crawford could be the mandatory for 154-pound WBO because he's the 147-pound. Yeah, that you're right about. I forgot about that. That's true. If WBO or WBC, they move. I think they move up. If they move up in rank and they have a champion, they actually become a mandatory. You're right about that. I'm with you on that one, but I'm just telling you how they called it. We can't, like I said, we can't change the past. When it says we just have to accept what happened. And I didn't think he beat Pacquiao, but how many fights have we seen where we thought the fighter didn't actually beat the opponent they fought and they gave it to the opposite opponent that didn't deserve to win? It's boxing. Rico Ransom, what's going on, man? Happy Friday, man. What's up with you? Who you got tomorrow? You got Dillian Whyte over Fury or Fury over Dillian Whyte? Or do you even give Whyte a chance? One that says, "Fuck Eddie Hearns. I do not want Adrian Broner on the zone. They're going to censor him." You know what? But let me tell you though, yeah, they probably will because they don't let him say what he got to say. But at the same time, he's good for boxing, man. You gotta look at that. He's good for boxing, and that's the main thing. That he's good for boxing. He literally goes out there, gives it to the fans. Does everything right. So, yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta get my charger real quick. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, guys. Let me put this charger on. I got things whacked up what I got here, pissing me off. Give me a second. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, I'm back, guys. Thank you. How to get that charger out? This thing was whacked out. Marlon says, I don't think Hearn beat Pac in that fight. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't think he lost that fight, but how many like I was just telling I was telling one SS how many times not one SS how many times we've seen that happen before, where a fighter that deserved to win didn't get the win and the judges picked the wrong guy, but we know who clearly won, but they didn't get that. That's just boxing. Fury all day, one of my favorite fighters. White to be not to be overlooked though. Yeah, you're right about that. You can't overlook White. White's got that left hook. They call him the body snatcher for a reason. So if he throws a big long 2 or 3 long punches to Fury and gets some wind and it comes with that left, you never know. He's got a puncher's chance. That's what I say. Eddie Rollins said, "Yo, Pops, did you see Dillian Whyte confronting?" Yeah. I said in the live. I heard. I seen. My son showed me the video, and I seen it in the live when I guess Dillian Whyte walked up to him and said, "Yo, you know how much money you cost me on the sanctioning fees?" Because he was the mandatory for a lot of the fights, but he had to fight all these other. He already was one of the champions or whatever. And then someone just made him fight all the other mandatories that cost him more sanctioning fees. And he's like, "Yeah, you cost me all these sanctioning fees." And then he goes, "Oh, that's because of the pandemic." This is what Solomon said. And White says, "The pandemic? I done fought twice in the pandemic. What the fuck you talking about? It's kind of messed up what you did." So it didn't look real good on Solomon's part. He was just trying to make excuses like they always do. And then he says, "Good luck to him on your fights." Who does that? Who fucks a guy over, makes him fight all these fights that's going to cost him money out of his pocket, and then you want to be his buddy? He is good for boxing, but he'll know he better on Showtime. There's always going to go with. Yeah, man. I mean, but let me tell you, wherever Broner goes, he's gonna sell only because of the crazy antics that he does and what he says and how he says it, and people love to see that from him. Yeah, I seen Crawford training with Shakur Stevenson. They've always been like that, even before this, right? So that's nothing new. I don't know. I did not see him against Devin Haney, but I did see him with Shakur Stevenson and Crawford. And if he's training with David Haney, so be it too, because David Haney that'll be great for him. You know what I mean? But I can't say I've seen that part. Pops, I know you won't pay for it, but is Dillian Whyte with Tyson worth? No, hell no, it's not worth $70. Hell no, fucking no, it's not. Go ahead and stream and do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I won't pay for that. No, I won't. Why? Why you spend almost $100 to watch Fury go ahead and beat the shit out of him? They're gonna make them the networks are gonna make their money anyways in England and here and vice versa. They're gonna make their money regardless. They already got made $94,000 people that are watching them, so they're gonna make money. They already made their money. If the zone starts making pay-per-views, For the small fights, they would go regular. The zone's doing all crazy shit, man. First, they started giving people the $20. You watch any kind of fights and everything, and now they changed it over that they're gonna charge the old subscribers pay per view too. So someone's losing money. That's on them. That's right, Eddie Hearn. I'm sorry, Eddie Morales. Ain't worth $50. You got that right. Not at all. That fight ain't worth anything. I'm telling you right now. Uh, Tyson's gonna go in there, use his movement. He's 11 pounds lighter. He's gonna tire out a big, shorter fighter in a stocky fighter in White, and he's gonna win him in the later rounds. I said 4 rounds. I might be crazy, but I got it in 4. My son says it's gonna be more than that. I believe Rolly beat Jackson Murray, and I think Jackson fought like a bitch. I know everybody got their own opinion, so I mean, we can't change. Like I said, we can't change what happened in the past. You know, we can't change what happened in the past. But here goes Eddie Morales. He said, "Bro, Jackson beat the Rollies ass." So there you go. So uh, so you're always gonna have an opinion who won and who didn't win, especially if it was a close fight. Regardless of the case, maybe Rolly's got a big fight coming up. You all know who's got to fight Tank Davis. That's not gonna be an easy fight for Davis. I don't think Davis is gonna take that. It's gonna be a walk in the park for him. I'll tell you that. I think Davis, if he becomes a free agent, it's good to him go in there and prove what he got. But don't get it twisted. The awkwardness that Rolly brings into the ring, standing in front of you, he's got power. I mean, don't fall asleep on Rolly. Crawford joined. Oh, he joined Snack too, and the global company or no? I don't know if he did that. If he did that, it probably was make some more money. You know. Then Jackson got knocked the fuck out. Just tell him all Eddie Morales. Listen, man, we can't dwell on what happened in the past. We have our own opinion on the fight. We gotta worry about what Rolly's gonna do. What Rolly's gonna do. What Rolly's gonna do now with the fight with Tank Davis, because that's not. I mean, that's not an easy fight for either fighter. But you heard what Rolly said. Rolly said, "I'm coming out and knock him the fuck out." So I mean, there's a lot of hate between both fighters. I think for me, I think that Davis should leave Mayweather for sure, leave Mayweather and long LB, and move on. Or his career is going to be just halted. Seriously, I mean, he's all upset because he's not getting all these big fights. It's because they didn't open the door for him when they could have. So yeah, when it says I dwell in the past because it make me okay. That's good. You can look in the past and it make you better for the future. That's good. But when it comes to a fight that has, when it comes to a fight that's already happened, and this and that, I mean, the benefit for you is talking about it. It's not do nothing for you, do something for Rolly or for Jackson. But I get your point. Respect. Oh, okay. So maybe he did work out. So see, I didn't see that. But I haven't been in on social media checking out the boxing news like that. But I've been too tired and stuff. But if that happened and he ran into Haney, yeah, give that man some work. I think Haney, I'm telling you, he sounds confident too, though. He said, give me 10 times to get in the ring with Haney, and 10 times, I mean, with Cambosis, and 10 times I can beat him. And then Cambosis came back and said, I'm gonna retire you. Cambosis ready, boy. You see Cambosis in that ring? Woo! He working hard too. So I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight. Like I said, if Haney's got to go in there, Haney's got to go in there and take that lunch away from, like I've been saying. It's not going to be easy, but if he's been training hard, focusing, anything can happen for sure. You know, good to see Crawford training with he's always trained with Shakur Stevenson. They're like tight. He actually felt like his 1 and 2 punch. He trains him with him a lot, but to see him also go ahead and go to Snack Gym and go see David Haney and put a little part in him, that just shows you what it's all about. That being said, I can't believe that Spence, after he beat Ugas, he's right back in the gym, already training and focused. So you already know what he's focused for. He ain't playing. He know when Crawford and him fight, it's a real dog fight. So I like that in Spence. He was already in the gym, doing his thing. Marlon says, I'm nervous for Haney. Please hit that like button if you guys haven't. I'm nervous for Haney. Kambosos won his last 3 fights by split decision. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna say like this. I think that Haney needs to go there to Australia. He needs to quiet out the crowd. He needs to go from the beginning and gain Kambosos' respect. If he doesn't do that, he ain't win. I'm telling you right now, he ain't gonna win a decision in Australia. He ain't gonna win. And the way Kambosos is training, he's not giving those belts up like people think. That guy is an animal in the gym. When I seen him after the Teofimo fight, he wasn't celebrating. He went back to the gym right away. That's an old school throwback fighter like that. I gotta respect the fighters like that. You don't see them all the time. Oh, here comes Harold. You're right. You can't. What's up, Harold? How you doing, man? You're right. You can't dwell in the past like Salas looking on the Denny Garcia fight because he thought he was getting that version of Spence. We saw what happened. Yeah, BT was telling me about that, Harold. That when he was looking at that fight, you can't look at some. You can't look. Every fight is different. There's levels to fighting. Every opponent is different how they fight. You can't sit there and study a fighter. You could probably see certain things from your opponent that you're going to fight against another opponent, but it doesn't mean it's going to be the exact way he's going to fight against another opponent, especially somebody the caliber of Spence. So yeah, I was laughing when BT told me that. You were? It must have been some good shit. It must have been some good ass stuff you were taking in. I know. 420, man. Happy belated to those that had it. Hey, you see what Tyson? You see Tyson? Mike Tyson. That's where he was coming from. He went to like a 420 party or celebration. I forgot where he was done. He's heading back to Florida, and he beat the crap out of that guy. So you already knew what he had was gave him all that power, you know. And thank God that I was telling my son, if he went to one of those 420 parties and he's just chilling out, smoking this thing and having fun, then let him be. And he's calm with the plane. He's not bothering nobody. Why are you gonna push the buttons like that guy did? Because he screwed that guy up big time. Haney has to watch out for Kambosos' right hand. He's gonna have to watch out for a lot from Kambosos because Kambosos is gonna bring it to him. I think Haney's. I think Haney's a big. To me, he's a bigger. He's big like Tio. I think he is. He's big, and I think he's bigger than Kambosos. He's gonna have to go in there, settle down with that jab, come in there, but he's gonna have to come strong in the beginning rounds. He cannot go in there and tap dance. That's what I'm trying to say. He cannot go and tap in the beginning of the rounds. Kambosos, the way he caught Teal. I mean, it could happen with him too. But I'm saying is because he's a monster in the gym, and he's constantly training. That man's not going to tire out and give those belts up easy. Haney's going to have to take them belts away. If not the first time, he gets 2 tries. Danny definitely was hoping Spence wasn't the same after his accident. I think a lot of people feel the same way. I honestly had questions before even this fight. Is he going to be okay? But damn, when I see him throw those volume punches and he was getting hit too, and he was fighting and continue going back and forth and doing this thing, I said, man, that looked like my son said, that looked like the old Earl Spence is back. So that being said, you already know. No, I didn't. What's up, GSS1? No, I didn't see his eyes, but I did see the next day. I seen it on Instagram where he posted with his girlfriend, and his eyes look. I mean, Spence beat the shit out of him, and that was all those volume punches that he was throwing that came into play. And that being said, I'm pretty sure that if and when Crawford fight, that's gonna be a great fight, and it's gonna be when the best man win. That's one thing that I was telling my son all the time. I never see because I'm a type of person. I like to see an aggressive fighter, a finisher like Crawford. Guys go in there and finish the fights off and goes in there. I think Haney's very technical. He's got he got the ring generalship, but I think for Haney, we really won't know what he's all about until they push him to the end. I really have not seen nobody really, any of his opponents really push him. So I have to just wait and see. But I will say this: 15 years that it took you to get where you're going at right now to possibly become undisputed. You need to go in there and make sure you knock the fuck out of Kambosos. rip his throat out, take his soul out of him in front of all them Australians, or you're not winning that fight. So so I'm not gonna say he doesn't have any power. Maybe he's got to wait to get, like I said, there's levels of fighting, and he hasn't fought to that level that can push him. And this is the fight right here that would define him. This fight right here would define Haney. And I'm not just saying it. I just think him going to Australia, taking less money, get 2 times to beat Camboza if that happens. This. He wants legacy. He wants to be undisputed. This is the fight. So he better go for the knockout. He better show the knockout. Or you know when sometimes you have fear, or you're in a situation that you don't know what you have, the strength, how strong you are, or what you have until you actually act upon it. This is what he's gonna have to do. He's gonna have to go in there, shut all the Australian fans off, shut off Cambosis, and let it gain respect right away. If he doesn't do that from the beginning, he ain't winning the fight. I'm telling you that right now. Because I'm telling you right now, Cambosis ain't giving those his free lunch away. He better beat the bully taking the lunch away. Oh man, I'm glad you brought that up about his conditioning, strength conditioning, and work rate is A1. My son made a video. What was it? I was saying we was in Las Vegas a few years ago, and one of the other fighters, it's on his channel, the video, was saying that Spence, like he trains like crazy. Like he'll go ahead and spar with one welterweight, right? And then he'll spar another 15 rounds, or he'll spar somebody in a higher weight, and he'll just continue on like that, like for the whole day, like for the whole day. He won't just take like 12 rounds of sparring, 7 rounds of sparring. This guy is crazy with that. So, and the way my son was explaining to me, he's fucking crazy when he's an animal. And a lot of it is because how he trains and how he spars. He doesn't just spar you 12 rounds. He'll go 24. He'll do this. It's like nonstop. My son was telling me, crazy. Man, I can't believe Gallo Estrada is going to $90,000. Also, De La Hoya dropped $100K on a car. That's sad. If I was Gallo, I'd vacate my belt and fight Chocolatito. Fuck the belts at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what actually happened. I know there was he's supposed to fight somebody. They gave him a 24-hour extension. But you're right what you're saying. This is what we're saying. We don't know a lot of times what fighters are making. The only fighter right now that's making a million just made $1 million on fight with Chocolatito. So it'd be good for him to do that, but he's not going to do that because him having the belts, it's always going to be a power for him to get more fights. And I lost a lot of respect for Golden Boy. They just put out some bullshit fights. They don't treat the fighters right. I mean, every promotional company does that, but I'm saying the way he is, he's got all this money and doing this crazy stuff. I mean, right now with Sinisa Estrada, something going on with that, so super bad. Sinisa Estrada, my son was telling me. So I don't know the whole deal, whatever the case is, but if you got all that money, there's no reason why. You can spend all but he's also getting charged now. Didn't you see? He spent all that money on his girlfriend, and he's getting charged with some sexual harassment or some shit that just came out. Man, that was crazy, man. When I seen Uga's face, I said, damn. I thought Uga was going to do more than that. I don't know what game plan Salas had, but whatever plan it was, worked against him because I think he just stood it and thought he could just fight with Spence. They probably disregarded Spence on what condition he was coming in, and Spence beat him to a pole, like literally beat him to a pole. There's nothing else that Salas can say. Marlon says, Ugas is done. Yeah, Ugas is done for the year. I mean, he's done for the year. He's made enough money in boxing to live comfortably. Whether he gets another chance, we don't know. He'll probably continue to fight. But if he ever gets another chance again, and he comes up with that stupid ass game plan that they're gonna use Spence's offense against him for his defense, you see what happened to his face, like you said, he get his ass beat. Marlon says a good fight for Haney prior to Cambosa would have been Pitbull Cruz. Yeah, that would have been a good fight, and I think a dangerous fight too. Because then that would have been good for don't people start sleeping on Pitbull Cruz. I mean, he's shown. I mean, Tank Davis for not wanting to take a rematch right away tells you a lot about how hard Pitbull Cruz hits. And then the last fight, this fight we have with Gamboa. To me, I knew Pitbull was going to win that fight. Gamboa is a good name to have on your resume. He's a journeyman. He's done fighting. He's not as good as he was back in featherweight. I think he should retire. But he did call out Ryan. He did call out Ryan Garcia. So bring that fight on. But that would have been a good fight for him. I hope he can learn and pick up some things from Crawford. Well, even if he didn't pick up anything, I hope that he listened. Whatever advice Crawford told him, or even for anybody that's helping him train for the fight and that's been around for a long time, that know how to be undisputed champion and know what the game's all about, and know it probably's been like for example, Crawford went to Australia and fought Jeff Horn in front of all them Australian fans, right? He's gonna have to do the same thing and beat him to a pull. Well, I think he went there or vice versa. Says Spence beat the fuck out of Ugas like I stole something. He robbed by hitting him with a tire iron. He hit him more with it than just one tire iron. He beat him down like there was no tomorrow. I'll be honest with you. Like he literally came out there and he showed, but he had to come out and show that because then that would wipe out all kinds of questions about how Spence conditioning is and what he's all about, or his eye or this and that. This fight right there actually showed what Spence was the real deal. Crawford, one that says Crawford is training in the top rank gym. Does that mean he's still with top? I think he still trains there. I think down the road, I think he's still gonna work. Being a free agent now, he can still work with the Bob father, but he's not with Top Rank. What's going on, Milky Way? I'm feeling another Jeff Horn versus Manny Pacquiao for Devin Haney with Jock. Yeah, it could happen. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's gonna have to go in there. He's got to go in there and like I say, rip his throat out. He's got no time to titty tat. Play tennis, like I say, box his way around. My son disagrees with me. My son says he should box his fight all the way through until he get the best, until he can get the best of Cambosis. I don't think he's gonna get that. He's gonna get that chance to get Cambosis. Cambosis ain't no slouch. I don't know. I heard Spence does like 700 push-ups per warm up. I don't know what he does. I just know that guy's all his sparring he does. Like he doesn't do regular sparring. It's when you hear my son gotta tell me what video it is. You gotta go see it. When you see how he trains and stuff.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah, how you doing? Yeah. My son just came in.
Oh, I didn't know you were alive.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the white thing. I was talking about the Spence thing. That get up.
How long you been alive?
For like an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. I was talking about how Spence trains crazy. Like you tell me like he'll train for like 12 rounds and he'll go from 12 rounds to another.
He spars. It's like he spars 15 rounds. And then
the BT right here talking.
Yeah, when he spars, we see. Shout out to everyone.
There's actually more people that come off now.
Just got home.
Yeah.
You know, I was running around the scooter. But yeah, Earl Spence, I mean, I don't know about the 700 push-ups. I never heard about that. But I heard that when he was sparring with Jermell Charlo, he would spar like 12 rounds. They get him like real tired. And then like the last 3 rounds, Charlo, they would put Charlo in there to spar Spence. So he's known for that dog work.
Yeah.
Let me see, but you know, I'll be back, guys. Let me go take care of something real quickly.
Okay.
I need the keys for the cover on the.
Okay, you have to go in the front door and unlock it. Then my son's coming right back. He'll be back in a few minutes. So BT will be back here, guys. So stay tuned for him. Yeah, my son can tell you about the crazy way that Spence trains, because it's no joke how he does it. But yeah, as we see. I think Eddie Hearn's got he's got Bam Bam Rodriguez. I forgot who else he got that he got, but I know he got Bam Bam. I don't think Estrada's with him. I could be wrong. My son will be here in a few minutes. He got a better memory than I do. He can probably let you know. He just came in. BT's here, guys. He'll be able to talk to you. Mom says the emphasis on the fight having to be in Australia doesn't sit well with me. Haney can't leave it to the judges, but he usually does. No, he can't. That's the problem that I have. That's the problem that when me and my son talk, that's the problem that I have with Haney. That he doesn't. To me, I've never seen him go out there and finish anybody off. Like literally go in there and do it. In this fight right here, he's got no option. It's him against the world mentality. He's got to go in there. He's got to deal with the crowd. Already deal with the contract payment that less payment he's gonna get. Deal with so many things. So He can't just sit back and sleep on that shit. You know what I mean? He's got to go get it, and he's got to do it convincingly. He's got to rip his throat out right from the beginning. Like when he goes in there, rip his throat out, get aggressive, gain Cambosa's respect. Because if you don't, Cambosa's gonna take you to lunch. You could have all the confidence in the world, but when you hear that crowd's not your first time you're away from the USA, that crowd's all against you, all that stuff. But you can use all that stuff for your motivation. To be honest with you, you know what I mean? For your motivation on what you can do and what not. Spence also got a nutritionist to help. Yeah, that's a good point, Marlon. They were saying that prior fights, Spence did not have a nutritionist, but this fight he had one, and it's been the best thing for him. And sometimes it's hard for him to make weight because Spence is a big boy too when he comes in there after the fight. So having a nutritionist there was the best thing that he had. If I was Spence, I would keep it for the rest of my career until I fight and keep that, because that's going to get you in the right shape, keep you in the right weight, and you won't have a difficult time making the weight. So for me, I think it's the best thing he did. It showed out what he brought out on him. There, I know Showtime showed a little clip of the guy cooking or whatever and doing this for him. So I think that's the best thing that he could do. Spence ain't no way gonna get that belt from Puerto Rico. You know it. You know it, Morugu. You're joking. When Ugas does come back, I would like to see him fight Thurman or Kelbrook. Well, I mean, when he gets back, he still fight quality fighters. You're right about that. Because I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think he'll be back in championship contention like he was this time. We had opportunity, but like I said, he's living the American dream. He's made a lot of money. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're gonna get hurt. But I still think that he's young enough to go ahead and actually continue to fight decent fights and still put money in the bank. I just don't think he's gonna get a big fight like the opportunity that he just got. I mean, he probably Spence, who's gonna fight next, Crawford. One says, I don't know how Don King is going to Fox, Trevor Bryan, whereas Daniel Dubois, he gonna do some WWE shit and cause interference. I don't know, man. It's funny you say that because I was asking my son about that. I said, man, I haven't heard nothing from him. And we haven't gone to Trevor Bryan's training that's up here in Florida. We haven't even had time to go there to see what's going on. We usually go to the gym. My son interviews Stacey McKinley, who also trained with Mike Tyson. He also comes from the Kronk gym with Emmanuel Stewart. So we haven't been able to go to the gym because we're running around doing all crazy stuff. But I don't know what's going to happen with that fight. I haven't heard much about it. I haven't even heard any kind of promotion for the damn fight. I don't even know if they have a network that's going to put the fight on. Yeah, man, Marlon says top fighters like Crawford is allowed in any gym. That's called respect. You earn respect, you get respect. That's what that is. You know what I mean? My son should be here in a few minutes. If Crawford ever wins, I want Pops to dance with Crawford, Mom. Miss Deborah, I don't know if Crawford was out sit well with Crawford, Haro, and you know me, man. I'm already all messed up, man. I can't get in there with an undisputed champ and mess with his loved one. You know what I mean? Marlon says, Coach Derek James might get trainer of the year. He has 2 champs with 3 belts each. If they become undisputed, it will seal it. Yeah, I mean they were actually interviewing him on Fight Hype. I think it was Fight Hype, maybe. Yeah, I think it was Fight Hype. They were interviewing him, and he was basically coming out saying that somebody actually brought it to him and asked him like, hey, you could be running for champion of the trader of the year. He said, yeah, but you got Reynoso, so you got this, you got that. And he said, in reality, he's like, I really don't care about those accolades right now. As long as I have Spence ready, I have Charlo ready, I have my fighters ready. That's what I'm talking about. William Ford with the first $2 super chat. Thanks for giving me entertainment at work, BT Pops. Yeah, thanks. Anytime, William Ford. I'm that. You know what comes out when that comes out? We gotta put you out there. Here we go. What's that got over here? You know Don King. You know what he
everybody,
says.
Let's have some fun. You don't live but once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let the good times roll. It don't matter whether you're young or old. Let the good times roll.
You hear that? I'm putting it again because the mute mic was.
Hey, everybody, let's have some fun. You don't live but once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let the good times roll. It don't matter whether you're young or old. Let the good times roll.
Okay. Put this on. I'm sorry, we're muted again. I'm putting another one on. Once I got a whole bunch of them over here. Gotta put this on.
That's how a white man plays guitar.
I'm back. Thank you, William Ford. I hope you guys heard it. As much as you could. My phone's going crazy again, so I hope my son will be here soon. What's going on, Ordinary Pete? Thank you, William Ford, for the $2 super chat. It's gonna help the channel, and thank you for that. Yeah, I'll probably keep everybody entertained the best I can. My son will be here in a minute. Ordinary Pete, what's up, man? How you been? Oh, Hefe, okay. Hefe says how. Hefe say they already have an ever pop. It's a 50 pay-per-view on Fire TV. A $50 pay-per-view for that fight? Are you serious? Nah, man. If they are, I ain't paying $50 for that shit. I'm sorry. I'm a big fan, and I respect Terrell Bryant, the Dream. But I'll be honest with you, he's gonna get mutilated by Daniel Dubois. Mutilated by Daniel Dubois. I mean, you see his last fight. No disrespect. I hope he's really training and taking this fight seriously because he's going against Daniel Dubois. And Daniel Dubois is not gonna. He ain't no joke. He's gonna get mutilated by that. I'm telling you that right now. Fat Kathy says they just don't fight like they used to, Pops. Yeah, they don't fight like they used to. You got that right. They sure don't. They got the Raiders on. The Raiders, well, the Raiders are a good team. Yeah, they just don't fight like they used to. You're right about that. And we don't know what we're gonna get in the future. So I just think a lot of fighters today, like just like Mike Tyson said, a lot of fighters today are more business oriented than they are being how I say than they are being being in going to fight. And you saying that Lafayette Kathy, I have to agree with you because that's what Haney's got to do over there. David the Dream Haney's got to, if he wants to live his dream, he's got to go over there and rip motherfucking Cambosa's throat out and shut off the Australian fans. Because if he doesn't do that, and he's got to win in dominance. If he doesn't do that, he ain't gonna win the fight. That's the way I see it, for real. Yeah. Yeah, God bless you, William. Thank you again. Harold says, Joe Smith is going to sleep. Arthur is going to end his hype train real soon. This is a big fight because it's Canada. I'm a big fan of Joe. I'm a big fan of Joe Smith, but I told BT I'm going. I think people discredit better beater. I think Canelo would have fought. And this is my own honest opinion. I think Canelo would have fought Beater before he fought Brown. When they think about Beater put that beating on Brown, I think Canelo thought 3 or 4 times, and I'm going to go with Bivol. He honestly said, he said, I'm fighting the second best light heavyweight in that division, which basically you say he refers to Beater as being the #1 light heavyweight. So yeah, so I think Beater's got to go in there. I think my son got Joe Smith. He's gonna be here in a few minutes. Harold, you can talk to him. He got Joe Smith winning the fight. Marlon says, "Did you hear that with Ruiz Ortiz might happen?" Yes. What was it's actually gonna happen because what happened was Ruiz Jr. Signed a contract to fight Ortiz before he signed the contract to fight I forgot the other guy fighting he was supposed to be fighting. So now how he screwed himself is he's got to fight Ortiz, and he's also got to honor the other fight too. So that's his problem. You know, I think for me, I'm a big fan of King Kong Ortiz, but I think he's too old. I think it's time for him to get his money, get his paycheck, lace it up, and move on, and go from there. You know, and in this fight, you gotta have heart. You gotta have heart. You gotta go ahead. Dillian Whyte's gotta have heart and everything. You want to say your thing? Yeah, yeah. My son's gonna come on the computer. So guys, stay tuned. My BT's here, so you guys can be live with him, and I'll be here also. But he's here to take over. But he's getting everything set up. Yeah. So I think Dillian Whyte has heart and balls to actually get in there and literally go in there and take care of business, but he's gonna have to do it that way. And I think with the Ortiz fight, Ruiz just screwed himself with that. Yeah, I'm going with you on that one. If you don't have no heart and no balls, you can't stand up and get the fight going and doing your thing. You know, you got to go in there and take care of business and don't be afraid to fight anybody. I'm gonna say it again. That's what. Yeah, that's what.
You can get out the phone. Okay, okay. Just get out the phone.
Yeah, my son's coming on live right now, so I'm off. Okay. Get off.
Just get out. Okay. End it.
Oh my.
No. Keep going. All right, so my bad, guys. I didn't even know Pops was gonna. I had no clue Pops was gonna go live. I wasn't even home. I didn't check my phone for the last 3 hours. So I guess, hey, shout out to everybody here. Your boy BT, the untouchable, True School Sports Empire. The night before Dillian Whyte versus Tyson Fury should be a good occasion tomorrow. You know, Dillian Whyte has been waiting a long time for this opportunity. Wait. So let me ask Pop, because I haven't seen any of this live. So what's your prediction for tomorrow?
I told you Tyson Fury in 4.
Okay. Because I was worried about who are you picking. I'll say this: my prediction for tomorrow, I think it'll be a very good fight. A lot of people are just saying that Dillian Whyte's going to get steamrolled in a couple rounds. He might get stopped in early in the fight, but I guarantee you this: he's gonna get hurt. He's gonna hurt Tyson Fury at least once before. If he gets stopped, he's gonna hurt Tyson Fury once before.
I keep telling you, it's only gonna happen if he goes ahead.
He's gonna hurt Tyson Fury tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's gonna happen only the first 5 rounds. He's not gonna go more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's a good fight because Dillian Whyte has waited a long time. You know, the last time he fought for any like a real, I guess, major title would probably be when he fought Anthony Joshua for the British title.
Yeah.
This is, to me, in my opinion, I think this is the biggest fight for Dillian Whyte since he won the British title or lost the British title to Anthony Joshua. I know he's won some like intercontinental belts and things. Fuck that. This is the biggest fight since Anthony Joshua. And you gotta give Dillian Whyte credit because, you know, even though he hasn't won a world title, I think his resume speaks for itself. Like he's been in there with guys like Joshua, now Fury, Povetkin, Helenius, a lot of guys. Yeah. Eddie says, BT, will you be doing commentary tomorrow? Yes, we will. I literally just got. So for those that I don't know how good your guys' geography is, if you got anybody here who's from South Florida, I was back in my hometown. I was in Dania Beach just now. I don't get to go there a lot, even though I'm just a kid from Dania. I don't get to go there a lot, but I went there today, spent some time there. And then I drove to a town called Homestead, which is where we're at. And that's like, I'm on a scooter too. So you don't take the highway. That junk's like 3 hours. So I just got home and I didn't even know Pops was live. So
I just want to tune in. So all y'all are here.
We'll be live. I'm not sure how early we'll be live tomorrow because being honest, the undercard is piss poor. So I might come on like 2 fights before the main event or maybe during the co-main event.
Yeah.
So it's
horrible.
But
yeah, I think Dillian Whyte has a puncher's chance with that left, and if he goes to that body, I just don't think it's going to be that easy.
Yeah,
he's very flat-footed, doesn't have a lot of movement. I think if he doesn't do it, if he doesn't try to take out Fury in the first couple of rounds, he's not going to go.
I'll tell you this: I'm really intrigued to see what kind of approach Sugar Hill Stewart has with Fury because we've only seen Fury with Sugar Hill training for Deontay Wilder. We've never seen Fury. Yeah. With Sugar Hill train, for any other fighter. So, do we get Tyson Fury boxing on the back foot more? I haven't even had a chance to see the weigh-ins. Like, did you watch the weigh-ins?
I didn't see the weigh-in, but I know that Fury's coming in like 11 pounds lighter.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah,
that's good news. So maybe that's that could be a sign that maybe we're gonna see a more Tyson Fury more on his back foot, more. Slick, being more slick and things like that. So, I think I would love Fury to kind of show Whyte some different looks. Like use the jab, box on the back foot, and then close the gap and still be dangerous with that Kronk Sugar Hill style. If you can kind of stay in the middle of that, I would love that, because like Hyro said, shout out to my boy Hyro. Like Hyro says, he wants to see the slick Tyson Fury. He wants to see the Muhammad Ali Tyson Fury from that far Klitschko. That's the one he want to see. So we're gonna see, man. Eddie Morales, shout out to you, champ. If you guys are here, I know you guys been here watching Pops. He's been doing a great job picking up the slack when I was, kind of taking care of some things. But yeah, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, super chat, all that stuff. He doesn't need extra weight for Dillian Whyte. No, he doesn't, because Dillian Whyte is a smaller heavyweight. But funny enough, like the guys that have been smaller heavyweights, like around the 6'2" to 6'4" range.
264.
264? Okay. The guys that have been, as far as height goes, like 6'2" to 6'4", yeah. These guys have been more of a problem for Fury than, like, let's say the Wilders, who are 6'7", or the Klitschko's, who are 6'7". It's always those guys like Nevin Pajic, who was the Canadian heavyweight champion early in his career. He dropped Fury and took him to some deep, dark, uncomfortable places. Nikolai Furtha, who later to go on to fight Deontay Wilder, he hurt Tyson Fury. Steve Cunningham, as most people know, dropped Tyson Fury, and obviously Wilder himself. So Fury is not exactly like he's not the most durable fighter in the world, but he knows how to he knows how to win. He knows how to be in a dogfight, and he knows how to win a dogfight. So should be a great occasion. BT, the weigh-in was good. Tyson and Fury were not bumping Earth, Wind, and Fire. Talking about Tyson Fury wasn't bumping Earth, Wind, and Fire. Well, that's good music. So that's good music. So why would that be considered a good thing?
Yeah.
If Tyson Fury holds hands with his wife, does that only count in the U.S.? No.
He was just saying that Tyson Fury goes up when he has the press conference, he holds the guy, he does this,
yeah.
He does kind of shit. That's what he was saying with White. He was like tick like this, but I'm like here doing this, and I'm like, that's just Tyson Fury. You just got to deal with him. He doesn't care.
I mean, this is the same guy that blew Tom Schwartz a kiss.
Yeah.
Tom Schwartz, like he blew him a kiss.
Yeah, that's what, so I mean,
people who hate Tyson Fury started making videos saying is Tyson Fury gay?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think he's gay.
Yeah, and they were saying Tyson Fury just brings everything different to the game. You got to deal with it. That's why him and Stewart get along so well.
Yeah, Marlon says that if Fury fights to the level of his competition at times, he said, I think Fury fights to the level of his competition at times, like the Otto Wallin fight. Well, that's partially true. At the time when he fought Otto Wallin, that was viewed by many as a cherry pick because Otto Wallin was not very well known.
Right. But
as we come to find out, as time has went ahead and passed, we found out that Otto Wallin is actually one of the better heavyweights out there. And I'll tell you this: I don't care what happens for Dillian Whyte after this fight. He better go see Otto Wallin because they had a fight sign. Look, let me tell you. Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you guys something about me. I'm gonna tell you some shit. I'm not a big fan of boxing. Okay, go ahead. Right? I don't like when a guy signs up for a fight and it's a good fight. It's a fight that'll tell us a lot about the fighter. I don't like when a guy signs up for a fight and then they find a way out of it somehow and then they don't go back and address the fight that they signed. Example: Dillian Whyte versus Otto Wallin. Extra example: Virgil Ortiz versus Michael McKinson. Because I've been getting pissed a lot recently, and I know this is a bit out of time, but I've been getting pissed a lot recently because everyone keeps saying, well, Virgil should fight Jaron Ennis, and Virgil should fight Crawford, and Virgil should fight Spence, and Virgil should fight Rashid Ellis. No, fuck that. Virgil need to go fight the guy that he signed a contract to fight, Michael McKinson, the number 2 ranked, undefeated, 22 wins with 2 knockouts from Portsmouth, UK. He need to go fight him. Otherwise, it's gonna look bad on him. If you don't fight Michael McKinson next, and if he stays at welterweight and doesn't fight Michael McKinson next, then he gets ducked the guy who's 22-0 with 2 knockouts.
What are you telling me? Yeah. What people was saying about Connor Benn fighting Styles? That'd be a good fight.
Be a great fight.
Yeah,
that'd be an amazing fight.
But they're live.
It would be a better fight that needs to happen right away. David Avanesyan.
I said that. David Avanesyan. And then somebody brought up when you talked today about White going out to Suman.
Yeah.
Explain that to him. I told him what I told you. He walked up to him.
Oh yeah, I see it right here. Eddie said, I'm gonna go up with some of the old comments so I can get my response. Right. He said, yo, Pops, did you see what Dillian Whyte confronting Suleiman? Yeah, so basically that whole situation was all about, that was a culmination of all the boxing politics all these years getting in the way of Dillian Whyte's title shot. He could have fought Deontay Wilder literally in 2017, 2018. So I when I saw the video of Whyte confronting him, I kind of chuckle because it's like the Sulaiman actually looked this man straight in the face and he said, "Yeah, you didn't fight for the title because of the pandemic."
Yeah.
Then he said, "Oh well, it's not a pandemic."
Yeah, he didn't know. He was nervous. I think it was.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Stupid dude.
But it cost him a lot of money. Didn't it cost Dillian Whyte a lot of money? That's why he was angry, right?
Because, mind you, he fought for like the WBC diamond belts and all these things, and those are still sanctioning fees he's paying.
Yeah.
And he's not even in the fights he wants, so.
Yeah, that was crazy when he did that.
Let me see. Waddle Wallin versus White actually makes sense. It's a hell of a fight.
Isn't he fighting soon, though, or no?
Well, Wallin, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Wallin, but no, Wallin has really showed he's a force to be reckoned with in the heavyweight division, and that would be a fight for him. Where we will really see his level. I mean, he's what, like 6'4", 6'5", southpaw, can move well, got a good jab, can punch a little bit. Not an easy guy to beat. So, again, that fight needs to happen. Now, I'm glad that somebody addressed this because this is something that I want to talk about. I'm making a video about this shit because this is really pissing me off. Nobody wants to see Michael McKinson, especially how McKinson looked, bro. Well, let me explain something to you, Lafayette. All right, he was supposed to fight punk ass Virgil Ortiz. All of a sudden, he's fighting an undefeated young hungry guy. He's got a condition. Okay, well, if he's got a condition, let me tell you this: if he has a condition, he has to move to 154 immediately. I don't want to hear anything about he's fighting somebody at 147. No, we're not doing that. If he had a condition, we're going to treat it as such. We're going to take him at his word. We're going to take Golden Boy at his word, and he needs to go straight to 154. He stay at 147 and fight McKinson. I have a huge issue with it. Now, you mentioned how Michael McKinson looked in the fight. Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When you're a fighter, okay, when you're a fighter that's coming from another country to fight in America for the first time, that's difficult enough on its own, right? Yeah. But what made it more difficult for McKinson was first it was Virgil. Virgil pulled out. Then they tried to get some Mexican dude who was inactive for like almost 2 years. Okay. Then they got Alex Martin. All right. Alex Martin is basically a guy who has the same style as Michael McKinson. And mind you, McKinson to this point in his career had never fought a southpaw. He's fighting a southpaw who's very negative. Like, I know McKinson gets a lot of flack for being a negative fighter, but in this case, this guy was actually more of a negative fighter than him. Was not willing to really engage. Yeah. And he had to do all this with fighting in the U.S. for the first time. So, of course, listen, Alex Martin's fought a lot of guys. And almost everybody I've ever seen Alex Martin fight doesn't look good. So when you get two guys who are awkward southpaws and you put them together, then you're going to get that fight. That's why I was like, Golden Boy was stupid for that. But just because he had one, and look, who cares if he had a good performance or bad performance? He won his fight against the third guy they had scheduled to fight that week. People, right? Okay, and that's all that matters. He's still undefeated. So whether you like it or not, if Virgil Ortiz is this quote unquote killer, he should be able to fight little old Michael McKinson from Portsmouth, UK. That should be an easy fight for him if he's that good. But I was telling you guys before that fight, I said, look, I was excited for that fight because I knew because of how Michael McKinson fought, it was going to test Virgil's ability to cut out the ring. And I never got to see it because he got a condition, which I'll be honest with you, I still don't think it. I don't think so. I'm sorry. I'm keeping that same energy. That same energy I have for Spence, I'm keeping it for Virgil. I treat everybody the same. Right.
I just think that he had.
I know they changed the opponent, but realistically, I don't see it as a very competitive fight. Well, we'll never know because Virgil's gonna duck him. So.
You think so?
Yeah. Anytime Virgil's gonna get mentioned, I'm keeping the same energy.
That's Golden Boy. Somebody was bringing something else about Estrada that was a good point. Somebody said that Estrada having the belt and just getting $90,000 for this coming out fight. He said you're better off to vacating the belt and going somewhere else. That
she doesn't have a
he
fight.
said De La Hoya is spending $100,000 on a car, but he can't even pay him at least $100,000 for a fight.
Well, I haven't really looked into it for myself. But from what I was told when she fought Tenkai Tsunami for the WBO belt, I heard she made $200K, which I don't believe. There is no way on God's earth that Sinisa Estrada made $200K fighting fucking Tenkai Tsunami on the Gilberto Ramirez undercard.
Yeah, please. No, I was just talking about the Estrada. Oh, that's okay.
And if that's the case, Ortiz should fight. Hold on. Ortiz should fight Fundora. No. He needs. Yeah. If he's. Yeah, I get what you're saying now. If he's at 154, go up. Or if he has an issue, just go up and try to fight Fundora or something like that. Marlon said they should make McKinson versus Alexis Rocha. Yeah, if we can't get Virgil Ortiz because he has condition, cool. That would be a great fight. You know, Alexis Rocha's coming off of a great win. His last fight, stopping my boy Blair Cobbs. Rocha is very good. He's also a southpaw, so it would be a southpaw and southpaw matchup, but you would have two southpaws with very different styles. If Michael McKenzie gets that win, you guys gonna be put on game.
The question I was referring to was not Senisa's. I was talking about Gallo Estrada.
Oh, Gallo Estrada.
They paid $90,000. Somebody brought up getting paid $90,000. His point was Del Hood could spend $100,000 on a Lamborghini or something for his girlfriend, but he can't get $90,000. Only pay $90,000 for Gallo Estrada. My point was that the only guy that's really made his money to this point now is only Chocolatito, right? And it took him a long
That's
time.
the money man right there.
Yeah,
that's the real. Listen,
but to be honest, nobody else lightweights don't get a lot of. I mean, the light right there.
That's why these lightweight fighters and the box fans, you need to be appreciative of Chocolatito because he's the money man. He's getting all. Look, Gallo Estrada, one of the best pound fighters in the world. He should be making at least.
I would rather say, I blessed you.
Bless you with another opportunity.
God bless him too. Yeah,
but
yeah.
That's what it is, man.
And then somebody was saying, asked me the question about Ortiz versus, and I told him.
We got some other comments. I want to run through them right quick. Sam So says, can White beat Fury? No. Manchester forever. That's my guy, Sam. That's Sam, one of the OG viewers of this channel.
Everton won, right?
Fuck Everton, man.
Everton won.
I wish they would get relegated. Fuck Everton.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, you know the deal, Sam. Me and you on the same wavelength. Ain't nobody beating Tyson Fury. Except maybe Philip Hergovich.
He's coming. I'm a big fan.
I love you, BT and Pops. TBE, the legends. Thank you, Sam. We appreciate
God bless you.
Hyro says there was no way Sinisa Estrada made $200K to fight in the back of the LA Galaxy Stadium. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
No. We got the Estradas mixed up. But we were talking about Gallo Estrada, but we thought talking about Sinisa. Yeah. But I did bring out the point.
And listen. Y'all know me. If you say Estrada and boxing, I'm thinking about Sinisa first.
Hey, you know how I was saying? He said I should dance with Crawford's wife if he wins or something.
You said what? What did he say?
Dude, I should dance with Crawford's wife.
The fat girl?
Hey, don't say it like that, man.
That's what she is. She's fat.
Yeah. I remember laughing when he said that.
What do you want me to say? She's big bone? Bitch is fat.
She's healthy.
Bitch is fat, man.
And she's not a bitch, she's Mrs. Crawford.
Okay. Mrs. Crawford is fat. Okay. You see, but shout out to everyone here. Make sure you hit that like button. Let me know where you're watching from. It's your boy BT with Pops, the late night edition.
Yeah.
Let me see. It's boxing. White might beat Fury. Yeah, he might. Anything can happen in heavyweight boxing. I'm not writing him off, but here comes Hyro with this bullshit. Yeah, first of all, before I get to the comment, let me just say, fuck the Toronto Maple Leafs, all right? Now, he says, don't burn yourself out. You still got to watch a game. Well, the game don't matter. No, Hyro, I was trying to explain this to you yesterday. The game lost its meaning because the Panthers clinched the number 1 seed in the whole conference, in the whole East. Yeah. So they can rest their players. They're probably gonna rest their players for that game. So the Maple Leafs aren't even gonna play the Panthers. They're gonna play the minor leaguers. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? Live from Erie, bro. Lived in Orlando last summer. All right, shout out to you, Chad.
Okay.
Erie, live from Erie, like Lake Erie, like Ohio.
Lake Erie,
Michigan. Hergovich to me isn't the one. Joe Joyce to me beats him, but we'll see. We'll see, man. Joe Joyce isn't exactly.
They put the fight down too. Did they offer Joyce?
No, I don't think Joyce got it. Yeah, he said, love the banter between Pops and Son, aka BT, inspiring father and son. Thank you, man.
Yeah, we have it all the time. I love it.
Like a fight. Once I said, listen, Hyro, I'm not making an excuse. I'm telling you, I don't even give a fuck about the game anymore because the Panthers don't have anything to gain from winning or losing. I'm gonna watch the game, but I'm trying to explain that to you.
They want a title. They want a division. They're the best in the division.
They're the best in the whole. They're the best in the whole league. Like the Panthers are the best in the whole league.
It doesn't matter no more.
Yes, by Canada in Pennsylvania. Okay. Shout out to you, Chad.
God bless you. We'll send you some hot sun for you guys. Okay.
Hey, I want to address something now. I haven't looked into it too deeply right now, so I may come from a place of ignorance. I don't take everything I'm saying at face value, but I saw Terrence Crawford was training at the snack gym with Victor Conti.
Somebody bought it too.
Yeah, with Victor Conti, and everybody's now accusing Terrence Crawford of being on PEDs.
But
What do you think about that?
No,
what do you guys think about
I
that?
don't think it's that. I think
They're saying Terrence comes on that shit. He's on that PEDs. He's on that Red Bull.
no.
Yeah.
He was there. He actually sparred David Haney.
That's who he was sparring?
Yeah, he sparred Stevenson. According to the live, I told him I know Crawford gets along good with
Spar both of them?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. I don't think he's on that. I mean, he probably signed to get some money for get it to advertise it. I don't know, but you always say don't ever put anything against any fighter.
I don't listen. Anybody can be on PEDs, and I'm gonna tell you this.
So I was telling my brother the other day, this guy's a nice fighter.
What?
Fuck how nice they are.
Where the money is at, where there's more money, there's usually more corruption in boxing. So this fight with Spence and Crawford, I expect to be career high paydays for both.
Yeah.
I would listen. They might just tell both these guys, listen, you guys can take all the steroids you want in this fight.
Yeah.
Take all that shit.
Let's talk about the energy with Charlo. Jamal's at 154. That about Crawford. Crawford beat the fuck with Charlo. Yeah, I like Charlo.
Jamel Charlo is scared to death of Terrence Crawford.
Yeah,
scared.
I told him he won't fight him. I said, but
he's a warrior. I like Charlo. I'm a fan. Jamel Charlo's one of my favorite fighters, but he's seen something in Crawford he don't like.
Yeah. That's why he's coming out like that.
That's why he's saying, "Why don't you go fight this guy? Why don't you go fight that?" Like it's ridiculous what boxing has come to with some of these guys.
That's what
because it's like, man, like back in the day, like in the and I hate to sound like I'm not an old head, but I watched enough of the old school boxing to know how it was. Back in the day, you call someone out, that's taken as the ultimate form of disrespect.
That's what
you call a guy out now, and they say, "Well, what do I have to get from it?
Yeah.
What does he do for me?"
Well, his point was but we giving him flowers when he hasn't even done anything at 154 yet. You got to. Well, you can't. There's a reason people are not fighting him.
The Mexican monster.
Yeah.
They said he has no heart, Charlo. Even like, look, people wanted to.
I like the excitement that they bring, and I've said that. I like the small Charlo, but
my man Sam said, I'm still waiting for BT to come to the UK and give me that Nando's. Listen, man. I don't know when I'm going to the UK, but I'll tell you this, because it's been so damn long, I might have to give you 2 meals at Nando's. Because. Let me see. Lafayette says, I'm an old head. That's true. They're scared. Yeah, bro. It's like, man.
Yeah. What can you say about the whole thing?
They do a whole lot of talking, but then when you get guys like Andre and Crawford that come around, then all of a sudden it's an issue.
When you walk up to him.
Well, yeah, when you walk up to him. Remember when Jared Hurst smacked one of them? When Jared Hurst,
he did?
Yeah.
The reason, right?
Larissa, yeah. Jared Hurst smacked. I don't remember if it was Jamal or when he smacked one of them.
He just walked up and smacked them?
Yeah.
What'd they do?
They didn't do a damn thing.
No, brother. Don't tell me they just talking, slugging the walk. They say if you go to Houston, you're supposed to be tough.
Yeah, here we go. See, Howard was taking this shit to another level. He's Steven Stamkos now. He said, "Don't rest on Sunday because your asses ain't beating the back-to-back champions in a row. Tampa will always be the Panthers. This match matters because it's Florida versus Florida. It's for the people."
There was somebody here, El Jefe, right? But then it sounded like a comment from Harold. I said, Harold, you better stop playing with me.
No, it was El Jefe.
I apologize. I said, I'm sorry. He said, who's Harold? I said, Harold's a good friend of ours. He's always playing jokes on us.
Yeah. GU Sporter says, "What's up, BT and Pops? What's
up?
On,
man. Like night boxing. Hit that like button. You have it.
Good to see you, champ. It doesn't matter where you rank Crawford. He is somewhere on the pound list, and that is good enough reason to Charlo.
Oh, I was telling about that. I don't believe in that thing no more. I'm not with that pound for pound. That's what your narrative. People
it's subjective.
Huh?
It's very subjective.
Yeah, so I'm not with that. For me personally, I don't know how you feel about that.
It's fun. I mean, it's fun to talk about. It's only good for like seeing what other people think, but
right. But it's not really that. There's no ranking and nothing in that. Right? No skill. Yeah.
Because not everybody has different criteria for the pound list.
Oh, that's
some people look at how many titles they won and resume, and then what's crazy is the guys like Canelo who don't even have the best resume. They say he got the best resume.
Yeah. Oh, so
he's number one.
So subjective means it's open.
It's up for interpretation.
Okay.
Some people might say that Usyk is pound number one. Yeah. Some people might say Roman Gonzalez is pound top 3.
But there's no.
Some people may say Earl Spence on the pound list.
So it's an opinionated.
It's all opinionated.
Okay.
But the only opinion that matters is mine.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I don't believe in that pound junk. Also, pound for pound is really a more than anything, more than just.
When did this existed? I don't remember that in my time. Existed.
The pound pound's been on for decades.
I never heard of it in my time.
It's been around for decades.
Years.
Decades.
Okay.
Decades. But like more than anything, pound for pound is a marketing tool. Like as boxing evolved, as boxing evolved, pound for pound was just a way to hype the fight up even more.
Yeah.
Because it just sounds like when you start naming the fighters comments, it's like, yeah, 4-division champion, lineal champion, undefeated, the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world.
Right.
that sounds good, right?
What's up, Cesar? How you doing? What do you say? I like Cesar.
Did you ever hear of Eric Fearless Fowler back in the day? I have not, but I'm gonna have to check him out.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about Eric Fearless Fowler? Pops, Earl Spence is back to being number 1 in the Ring Magazine rankings like he should be. Man, I already told Harold. Earl Spence.
What side you friends are you on?
Earl Spence.
Are you with Crawford?
No, he's with Spence. He's definitely with Spence. Yeah,
he's a PBC fighter?
I don't know. You have to ask him that.
Okay.
You have to ask him that. Well, what do you think about Fury? Is he going to retire? Hell no. That's bullshit.
My son told me he's about Fury. He'll say all kinds of stuff to get attention.
He said himself he's got an insane case of bipolar disorder. You can't take shit he says serious. You can't take nothing he says like serious.
Well, I was telling them was that I don't think Fury can lay down his head if he doesn't fight either Joshua or Usyk.
Just so you know, pound for pound, and I don't think Lafayette for not reminding me.
Okay.
It all started with Sugar Ray Robinson. That's where the term came from.
Oh, thank you, Lafayette. I appreciate that. What Sugar Ray Robinson started that?
What?
He started that?
They started it for him because, they said he's the best fighter in the world, but he wasn't a heavyweight, so they had to find a way to explain.
Yeah, I don't. So now when people talk to me about pound for pound, I'll listen to their opinion, but I won't argue about it or nothing. That's their own opinion. Yeah, that's all it is. Pound for pound is a combination of accomplishments, resume, and skills, but it's definitely objective. You mean subjective? It's subjective. Yeah. Yeah, man. Because look, you ask people right now, most people are brainwashed. If they say Canelo's pound for pound number 1, look. I don't have it like that. I don't have it quite like that. No. I mean, if I had a pound for pound list, maybe I'll do a video about my pound for pound list. But if I had a pound for pound list, Earl Spence would just now be going back into the top 10. Yeah. Most people had Earl Spence already 6. To clarify what you said the other day about Chocolatito, you're moving up on the pound for pound. The other day we told me, you told Pops, Charlie will be moving up that pound for pound pretty soon. Yeah. If we're talking about since on the subject, if we're talking about pound for pound, if Chocolatito. Oh yeah, because Chocolatito got him. He became a pound for pound fighter in 2008. Yeah, you told me the time. Nobody apart from maybe Donaire and that's it. Maybe Donaire. They had an off time. And Crawford and Canelo. Nobody's really been a pound for pound fighter longer than Chocolatito for a more consistent period of time. Right. Nobody. Right. Not Canelo. Not Crawford. Not Donaire. Wow. Not Fury. Consistent, you mean? Yeah. That's a word, right? Yeah. What's good, Caesar? He says he was a good amateur, failed in the pros, met him at work. Oh, okay. Yeah, listen, man, you can be a great amateur, but it doesn't always pan out. There's a lot of different guys that failed in the pros after having successful and fruitful amateur careers, So that's what it is. I've met plenty of fighters that have trained in South Florida that were 20-time national champions. And then there have been some good fighters that I forgot the names that. Terrence Crawford wasn't a great amateur. No, I'm saying I know. Crawford was a solid amateur. He wasn't no great amateur. Don't promote him right and screw him over and then their careers are over because even if they had a great amateur, or not, Yeah, so that's just what it is. But you see, fire them questions away. And at this point, anything goes. I was telling him also. I said, people are gonna use the Ugas fight with Spence because Ugas is supposed to be a great counter puncher. Hold on, I gotta correct Marlon here. He says Spence gets a lot of respect, which I agree. He does deserve respect. But why I agree with the statement because he says no tune-ups and 3 belts. He did have a tune-up. His tune-up was the fight right before Ugas. Danny Garcia. That's a glorified tune-up. Yeah, he don't take no. Danny Garcia is a Danny Garcia is a tune-up. Oh yeah. Danny Garcia at this point, at the point that Spence fought him, and at this point when anybody fights him at 47, it is an expensive tune-up. That's what that is. Right. In fact, that was literally in the last 2.5 years. That was the easiest fight to predict, the easiest one to predict. Yeah. I literally called the fight verbatim how it was going to go. I said it's going to be 116, 112. Yeah. Danny Garcia's going to have 2 or 3 good little moments in the fight. He'll look extremely good losing, and Spence won't knock him out, but he'll just have a good workman-like performance. Right. So that was his tune-up. That was his because he came out. The Ugas fight to me was his first real fight back. Yeah, because he literally said he doesn't take no tune-ups. No, he did though. He's lying. I know. He's lying. Yeah. But then people are gonna say, "Well, Brandon, you can't call Danny Garcia because he was a world champion at 147." but he won a vacant belt against who? Let's do some trivia. Who did Danny Garcia win the vacant WBC belt against? I'll even ask Pops. Do you even remember who Danny Garcia won his WBC title against? The vacant belt. It was vacant belt. Can you name who it was against? Well,
I'm sure somebody will put it in the comments.
I want to say it anyways because my memory is bad, so I won't.
I'll give you a hint. The guy had a fight and he lost to Floyd Mayweather, so that's like 50 people. You can pick from.
No, I can't. I got my brain.
Pyro got it right. It was the Ghost, Robert Guerrero. Faded Robert Guerrero. The same Robert Guerrero. Hold on. The same Robert Guerrero that a couple fights before Danny Garcia actually fought Aaron Martinez, the pillow punching, feather fisted Aaron Martinez, and got his shit pushed back and dropped. And I think he lost that fight.
Did he?
Yeah, he lost to Aaron Martinez. Most of y'all probably don't remember Aaron Martinez because he wasn't that good. But Marlon said, "Damn, Danny Garcia is a tune-up. Don't let Angel hear that." Like,
I just follow.
Danny Garcia. Listen, Danny Garcia is definitely good enough to not be a tune-up. But why the reason I say he's a tune-up now is because look at his performances. Forget the results. Just look at his performances. He's not really shown that urgency in any of the big fights, like Thurman, Porter,
Did he say
Spence.
He's
good now. Like he's got his investments. He's got his rental properties. He's well off.
God bless him.
You can see it in his face. You can see that he is well off. He's not
hungry for boxing.
He's boxing at this point strictly just to get a couple more checks. That's all this is about. Mm-hmm. But now 140 Danny Garcia, definitely not a tune-up.
Right.
So Mayweather felt that Garcia versus Guerrero was a draw. Honestly, look, I don't remember too much about that fight. I just remember Danny Garcia winning and my best friend Paul going crazy.
Oh, yeah, he's a big Danny.
I might go back and rewatch that one this week at some point. What was Crawford's excuse fighting a barely ranked Jose Benavidez whose career was at 140? Harold, you bring this up every day.
Somebody asked the same thing in the live, something like that. He fought Jose Benavidez to somebody else. I'm like, I don't know. I just know that he'll beat the ass.
I mean, I'll tell you this: if somebody from PBC showing some motherfucking urgency, maybe he would have to fight.
Yeah. Hello.
But Jose Benavidez, who, by the way, you gotta keep shitting on Jose Benavidez, who wasn't ranked. Jose Benavidez did better than all the guys you guys gassed up. He actually got Crawford to the 12th round and took some rounds off of him.
Yeah.
Sean Porter didn't get Crawford to the 12th round.
And he wasn't.
Sean Porter didn't get him to the 12th round. Who did he fight before that?
And he wasn't.
Kell Brook didn't.
Right?
Khan didn't. Yeah. A lot of guys who were much more highly rated than Jose Benavidez Jr. did not get Crawford to the 12th round and win as many rounds.
You got full respect.
Marlon says, I think Danny Garcia needs a new trainer. No adjustments or improvements. I've literally been saying that same statement you just made since he fought Lamont Peterson like 6 years ago. He's not going to do that.
No, he's not good.
He's very low. Look, I can respect it. I can respect it because
I laugh at my son all the time. I would like to see Teofimo's father, Teofimo, and Danny Garcia and Angel at just a press conference.
Yeah, that'd
be a laughing stock.
Lafayette says, I felt Castillo beat Mayweather the first time. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do. I feel to this day that Sergey Kovalev clearly and convincingly beat Andre Ward. Convincingly. Sam So says the 140 Garcia only beat Khan and Matisse, which is great, but not that great. No, that's not true. He beat Nate Campbell. He beat Kendall Holt. He beat some decent names, Ashley Theophane, decent fighters. So I wanted to say that those are just the marquee wins. Those are the ones that stand above others. But those are his great wins, and then he has some very good wins, and then he has some solid wins. I'll tell you this. The one fight I wish Danny Garcia would have made it 140 because this guy was his mandatory, and he paid this guy Danny. He paid this guy over $1 million in step-aside money to not fight him and go fight Lamont Peterson. I wanted to see Danny Garcia fight Victor the Iceman Postal.
Oh, so he must know he's gonna get beat. His ass beat then.
Yeah, I think so.
That was like a clear
so. That would have been hard. Stop listening to me. That unless Danny can land a big shot, that's a horrible fight for him. That's a horrible fight.
So he was willing to give up $1 million.
He gave $1 million or something like that. It was a big lump sum of money.
That's crazy.
Hyro says Crawford needs to settle the score with Castillo Clay. Clayton is a dangerous fight for trial. Castillo Clay was, I think, is mandatory. And
Crawford
at one point a long time ago. But I'm like, he was mandatory. But I'm like, man, when he won that belt, Castillo Clay became his mandatory when Crawford already became undisputed. At that point, nobody like Hyro. You're the same one, Hyro. You're the same one, Hyro, that says that nobody gives a shit about the 140 division. It's about 147. So he immediately went to 147.
Yeah.
Maidana beat Mayweather the first fight. Dang. Yeah. I remember when Donald Trump even was tweeting about that when it happened.
Yeah.
Donald Trump was tweeting about that.
Hit that like button, guys.
Cholatito never didn't lose to Rumble beside the first fight. That's what I think.
Garcia at 140 was hungry and an actual underdog. He was. And now it's crazy because he still talks like he's an underdog, but he don't train like it. He don't work like it. Like I hate when he has a fight because if you sit there and listen to his press conference, like every fight is the worst. He's still resting on his laurels from beating Matisse and Khan. He's like, well, I don't know anybody that beat Amir Khan, Lucas Matisse, Kendall Holt, Nate Campbell.
That's what he said.
All this shit, Eric Morales,
but he still lives on that.
He says BT Castillo claim was his mandatory at 147 when Crawford fought Jose Benavidez. Well, hey, he didn't fight him, but I can almost guarantee you that if they would have fought, he wouldn't have done as good as Jose Benavidez Jr. Jose Benavidez Jr. actually made Crawford a little bit uncomfortable in the early stages of that fight. He's longer, he's rangier, and he actually got Crawford to the 12th round. Do you guys know how hard it is to get Crawford to the 12th round?
Yeah, that's a dog with him, though. I'm telling y'all don't know.
That's funny. He said, Marlon says, I remember Danny Garcia criticized Crawford's win over Postal, and Crawford said, I beat the man that you dug.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Stop.
Crawford told him just like that?
Just like that. Because Danny Garcia was
running.
What's funny, right? I'm going to tell you guys something. What's funny, right? I remember this clearly. Before that comment was even made, Danny had his last fight at 140, which was around the same time that Crawford had his first fight at 140. He said, I ain't staying here.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to fight him.
Crawford clear it up.
I think Crawford's first fight was against Delorme, Thomas Delorme. Beat the shit out of Delorme.
Yeah.
Who at the time, by the way, people want to talk about Delorme now like he's a nothing fighter, but when Crawford fought him, Delorme had only had maybe a loss or two. He was still a guy that had some hope to go on and fulfill some of his career potential. So that's what it is. Sam So says, Pops and BT, I got to sleep now. Thanks for the entertaining and educational, excellent live stream as usual. I can't wait for Fury versus White. Well, yeah, we'll be here for Fury versus White.
God bless.
Well, I look forward to seeing you there, Sam. And I know you're a big Fury guy. It's actually one of the reasons you probably subscribed to this channel was Fury.
Yeah.
So,
thank you.
You take care of yourself.
God bless.
And I'm going to stay on here for maybe 5 to 10 more minutes, and then I'll get up out of here because that drive was killer.
I know.
I went through the whole South Florida.
You just imagine.
Hey, there's this I think it's on 72nd Street when you come from Miami. There's a strip club. It's called it's called BT's Gentlemen's Club.
Oh, you on?
I want to go to the strip. I want to take my scooter, park it in the middle of the strip club, and take a picture there.
There you go.
And then tell people all this boxing stuff is a front for my real business.
Yeah. Be like Devin Farmer, wasn't he?
Devin Farmer?
Yeah.
But shout out to everyone here. Thank you guys for hanging in with us. See what else going on in boxing today? Because I didn't have a chance to check the news.
I didn't check anything else out. Just basically that. What else happened now? I haven't heard. But they don't know anything was going on in boxing. I haven't checked anything. Let me see real quick.
You see.
Right.
Hyro says, are you really watching that horrible undercard? Good luck. Right now,
not really. No, I'm not.
Right now, I'm not gonna do it. I'll wait. If I feel good tomorrow when I wake up, if I feel good tomorrow when I wake up, maybe I'll go live for the whole live. But right now, it's either gonna be 3. I'll either go live during the co-main event, or I'll go live in the fight before the co-main event.
2 referees for that fight.
Russell. Oh my God, Bivol's screwed. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is gonna be a whole video. This is gonna be a whole video later on.
Yeah.
Bivol. So supposedly, the information came out today that Russell Mora, one of the worst referees. Whenever Russell Mora referees a big fight, something controversial always happens. So expect some sort of fuckery to go on that night. The judges for the Bivol Canelo fight are Tim Cheatham, was it Dave Moretti and Steve Weisfeld?
Are they good?
No, Dave Moretti and Steve Weisfeld are 2 establishment Vegas judges.
Yeah, and they say that most of what I don't know which referees are. They've done like a lot of the Canelo fights.
They have, yeah. You watch any Canelo fight, that's what you're gonna see. Shout out to my guy Michael Ryan Pitts out there in Alabama. He says, "Not a man born from his mother."
That's right, Crimson Tide, baby, Alabama.
I'm trying to figure out if any of these guys judge the Kovalev fights.
Yeah, I tells you right off there who actually they. But I know you would know those names when they come out.
Cards and rematch with Golovkin. Oh, so yeah, when Canelo fought Golovkin in the rematch, they both scored in favor of Golovkin. I'm trying to see what other fights they scored. Yeah, they actually had pretty good cards in a lot of these fights.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if any of them actually scored the fight with Canelo.
Right. So
okay, already had the contest scored. Yeah, he also had Now they actually scored some fights. You know what it is? I mean, if you go back and look at the big fights, I'm gonna really go back and like look at the history as judges, but like they're always involved in the big fights.
Yeah.
I'll say this: it's better than Adelaide Bird.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's a big big red flag for me is Russell Moore being the ref. I don't like that one.
Yeah.
That's not gonna go well.
Who's this guy?
Alberto Puello. He trained at the Salas gym.
Okay.
You know. But look, guys, I'm gonna get up
Before
on.
you go, who the hell this guy is fighting?
I have no clue. I actually have no clue.
I was gonna ask you.
I have no clue.
Okay, anyways.
But look, on that note, guys, look, I'm really tired. Pop's
Yeah.
just getting a little tired as well.
We are tomorrow.
We will see you there tomorrow. You guys take care. Make sure you join us for the live tomorrow. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.